Let me just move back there. Hold up a second. And I'll be right back. Welcome back to the web of the Red Zone channel. As we're coming back, we are had it. And this edition of the Red Zone channel is brought to you by the Greenfield Cooperative Bank. Welcome back to this. That game. That game. That game in the Rams and the Jaguars game is still not yet done. If you want to keep watching it, it is on channel 742. No, but we're getting ready for games across the National Football League. So get ready because there's going to be a lot of action. We're coming to you from our digital studios. Let's work at some of these other games. The Eagles face off against the Vikings. The Patriots against the Titans. The Panthers against the Jets. The Dolphins facing off against the Browns. The Saints against the Bears. The Raiders against the Chiefs. The Colts against the Chargers. And the Giants against the Browns. They're starting to that. Those 2, 4, 5 against them. 2 more. Packers, the Cardinals, Commanders, the Cowboys. So we're gonna get them ready to go. Let's look at some of the top 3 games from each of them, from each era. So we're gonna start off here with the Eagles and the Vikings. Week number 7 underway. A free preview of Cornelius. And now the Minnesota Vikings are 3-2. The Philadelphia Eagles are 4-2. So the Vikings lose. They remain in the hunt. The Patriots against the Titans. They would be the Patriots would be over. The Panthers against the Jets, the Dolphins against the Browns. There's a lot of teams underneath it. We're gonna take a quick timeout for those for station promos and information. Welcome back, everybody. We're going to get you a little bit of a break in a moment, but first, let me reveal the player picture right now, starting off in the AFC. The Colts are the only one-loss team in the AFC. The Jets are the only remaining no win in the NFL together, and they're eliminated. There are also some scenarios that are eliminated. The Patriots can eliminate the Titans if the Titans lose. The Dolphins or the Browns will be eliminated today. The Ravens are going to stay in. So, just when you guys say, it's up. We go to the NFC. The Buccaneers are 5-1, and they will stay in the division leaders, no matter if they lose or not. Because I don't know if they have the head-to-head, but any head-to-head would remain. The Saints are 1-5. Just putting you guys some attention to the AFC. The Patriots and the Bills. That was the Sunday night game last week. Because of a strength of victory tiebreaker. Because of a strength of victory tiebreaker, then that means because the Patriots bought the strength of victory tiebreaker over the Bills, the Patriots are the number one in the AFC East for the first time since, get this, for the first time since 2019. And that's remember when the Patriots went to Mike Vrabel, Titans. Well, now Mike Vrabel's now we're gonna be keeping you posted during the hour. We'll be right back. Alright, down. An historic one. It's now 1 o'clock. That means the games are officially started. So 7 hours of red zone coverage starts now. Let's look at the playoffs first. The Lions, the Rams have just beaten the Jaguars. Scott Hansen will have that coming up. One took me just 102. That's when it all starts. But right now the Rams have something to do. By the way, 1 through 8 hours for the next 7 hours. The red zone is watching right there. The crown is yours. Alright, let's get back to the NFC. The Rams just I already saw on the third quarter have put the Rams in the 6th seed, And now, because they won, I flipped them, and right now the Rams now are 5-2. We will rearrange the playoffs. If the Lions are gonna win, if the Lions were to win, then the Rams would flip to the. If the Lions were to lose, then the Rams and Lions will flip, and the Seahawks will remain the seventh position. But anything can change now. So we will be keeping you posted. I told you that the Saints are the only team in 1-5 in the NFC. They're the only team in elimination scenario today. And let's go back to the AFC. Again, the Jets are already eliminated, but 4 teams are in elimination scenario today. The Ravens are not going to be eliminated, but the Dolphins, Browns, the Titans may be eliminated. But the Dolphins and the Browns, one of those teams are going to stay alive, and they cannot. And I would be. Cannot be eliminated. Let's go to the map now, and we'll show you the early window of games. We're not going to show you the late window because we're going to be reading, but it's going to be the Eagles and the Vikings, the Patriots, and the 6 games in the early window. There are 4 games in the late window. Let's go. It seems they're already starting, so we're gonna get you live there. We'll be they're bouncing around now, and looks like a lot of teams. So Scotty, what about that London game?
Just wrapped up this morning the conclusion of the London games for 2025. The 4-2 Rams and the 4-2 Jacksonville Jaguars from Wembley. This was all Los Angeles. Matthew Stafford hit Devontae Adams, one of 5 touchdown passes Stafford threw on the day. Jags had their best moment right here. Travis Hunter, the number 2 pick, the Heisman Trophy winner, his first NFL touchdown, but this was not much of a competition. Rams went up and down the field. Devontae Adams again, one of 3 touchdown catches from that sensational wide receiver. The Rams take it 35-7 the final. Rams improved to 5-2. The Jags drop to 4-3. Rams, at least temporarily, in first place in the NFC West. And with that, our NFL Sunday is underway. Hi, everyone. Welcome to NFL Red Zone. Scott Hansen, excited to be with you here on week number 7. This season looks as wide open as can possibly be. The NFC has one loss team. That's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Not many people predicted that at the beginning of the season. Yes, I know about Green Bay, but Green Bay has a loss and a tie. Over in the AFC, you have one loss team. That's the Indianapolis Colts. No one predicted that at the beginning of the season. Today on the show, we have some returns to action. Welcome back to the NFL, CeeDee Lamb. Welcome back, Rashee Rice. Welcome back, Khalil Mack, and others. We'll develop those stories as we go throughout the day. Menu of games kicking off in a matter of moments looks like this. We have 6 games in the early window. Chicago has won 3 in a row. The Bears at home against New Orleans. Miami goes to Cleveland to take on the Browns. That's a weather game in northern Ohio.
Once the pasta's done, I'll bring the other part of it, okay?
Thank you. They've won 3 and 4. Philadelphia trying to right the ship. They've lost 2 in a row against Minnesota in Minneapolis. Carolina on a bit of a heater. They've won 2 in a row in New York to take on the winless Jets. And the Patriots hot as of late. First place New England has won 3 in a row. They're in Tennessee to take on the Titans. The late window has 4 games in it. Home games for Denver, the Chargers, the Cardinals, and the Cowboys. We'll get to the late window in a bit because the early window is kicking off here at Arrowhead Stadium. Welcome to the Raiders-Chiefs rivalry. Pete Carroll, he's seen a lot in his long tenure in the NFL and football in general, but he hasn't tasted this rivalry in the AFC West. As the chop goes on at Arrowhead Stadium, kick should be coming any moment, and you'll see that Geno Smith and the Raiders offense will get the football first. The kick will be returned from about the 1-yard line, up over the 25, past the 30, spins away from a tackler and gets it almost to the 40-yard line. Decent field position there for Vegas. In Nashville, Tennessee, the Titans receiving the kick. They'll down that one to take it to the 30-yard line. We'll see the number 1 pick in the draft, Cam Ward, trot out onto the field. As we're underway for week number 7, the Octobox shows us 6 games in action. The control room ready to go, and that's the stage crew right there. Camera op Mike, stage manager Esther, my right-hand men Tim Galanians, Brian Larrabee. Hey guys, 7 hours of red zone football starts now. Let's get it going right here with Philadelphia. Boy, can Jalen Hurts and this offense get going. They have been stagnant much of the season, and certainly for the last 2 weeks.
So a couple of working runs, and they pick up a first down on the ground to the 36-yard line.
Yeah, so you look at their entire formula, right? It's very clear. Sirianni is the head coach of Philadelphia. Who does this Philadelphia Eagles team want to be? They want to be running team. They want to be explosive on the outside with A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith in the passing game of so much. These early down struggles have fueled more of that second and pass. Third and pass. That's not who they want to be. I like J. Hurts under center right here.
Third down at 7. Ward, quick pass, and it moved behind his intended target, Io Manor. And on 4th down, Mike McCoy will send out his field goal unit. That's what Jack just has to do.
Stick with the ground. We saw plenty of
Second update of the day comes from the Tennessee offense. Cam Ward, this is the second snap of the game. Alec Iomanner, the rookie, shout out Stanford, big win late last night for the Cardinal, and a nice game there for the former Cardinal. It's a 20-yard game, 2 plays, almost 40 yards of offense for the Titans.
They can really treat this as second and 5 on the other side. Third down is what Brian Flores' defense goes through. All of these guys up front rush for the passer. But can you also Hurts gets rid of it fast, and a lunging effort to try to pick up the first down by Devontae Smith.
And they'll mark it short. It'll be 4th and short. This very might be crazy aggressive with the turnover early. We'll find out in just a second. 3rd and 7 live in KC.
And back off the blitz. Smith from the pocket. Flag is down in the offensive backfield as the pass is complete.
But the Eagles are lining up in push formation. 4th and 1 in the first 3 minutes of the game.
Here is the push. Let's see where they spot this ball. Officials were lined up at the 46, running straight up.
4th down right here. The Jets are going for it. Justin Fields, Aaron throw, incomplete. Carolina turns over the Jets on downs. Justin Fields and company struggled mightily last week against the Denver Broncos. Excellent defense. We'll check back at MetLife Stadium. Here comes a live field goal attempt for Tennessee. I want to let you know that in Kansas City, it was a holding penalty against Vegas, which backs up the Raiders 10 yards. We've got the field goal is good for Joey Slye. Welcome back to the NFL. Joey Slye missed the game with an injury, but back in the lineup and back in the box score. Titans 3-0. It was 3rd and 17 after the holding penalty. It's Michael Mayer on the connection, but that only goes 10 yards, which will bring up 4th down. No Brock Bowers today for the Raiders. He is out and missing yet another game with his knee injury. You got Spencer Rattler and the Saints in 2nd and 4. Ball comes loose. It looked like Chicago got home to get the quarterback sack. Montez Sweat was there to swat the football out of Rattler's hands. We're uncovering the pile. I'll let you know in just a second. They say Chicago ball. It is Chicago ball on the turnover. Back live to Minneapolis.
Jacksonville Jaguar, who's got his first touch with the Philadelphia Eagles on offense, and it's a good one. He takes it for a first down.
And here is the field position for Chicago after the sack, strip, fumble, and recovery.
And a fumbled snap was Caleb Williams to just try to swallow it up and make something out of it. Kool-Aid McKinstry covering him up. Ball's a little damp, field's a little damp.
Yeah, but those are excuses, Kevin. I mean, yeah, it's off a little bit, but let's just make sure we get the football. And you get an opportunity with a turnover. I mean, your second drive, you're inside the 25-yard line to start your drive, and your first snap creates a second and long. Again, these negative plays that put them behind the chains.
Bird in motion, this is Mount Guy. The young running back for the big hole, and he's tripped up as he gets down to the 12. Jonas Sanker saved Kansas City.
Yeah, it's first down in the red zone for the Bears. We rewind it one more time to look at the Spencer Rattler fumble here. Rattler's been very careful with the football. I'm not saying this one was his fault. Hasn't thrown many interceptions at all. In fact, only one, but loses the fumble here at Chicago. There is weather, by the way, at Soldier Field. Weather here in Chicago, and then there is rain and wind in Cleveland. Big gusts expected both in the Chicago game and the Cleveland game.
Another carry from the young guy over the right side. Inside the 10 and down to the
Second down upcoming in just a minute. Here's a 3rd and 2 for Tua Tagovailoa and the Dolphins. Interesting week of practice and news conferences for Tua as the leader and spokesman of the Miami franchise. Malik Washington there on the catch. That goes for 14 yards, and the Dolphins pick up a first down. Back for Philadelphia, 3rd and long for Jalen Hurts. 2nd and 7 in the red zone for Caleb Williams. We'll call him simultaneously as the snaps might come at the same time. Inside handoff for Philly, and that won't get the first down. The Bears shoot it outside, pick up a few more yards. It'll be 3rd and about 4 for the Bears.
Nice job, and you'll see him. He's going to be all the way back here. Watch him recognize everything and come up and make that play. That's outstanding because he was at depth at the snap. So really good recognition with your eyes and then trusting your instincts to go make that tackle.
3rd and 4. Riley shouldering more of that load without Yadam out there. They can get a first down at the 2. Another guy in the backfield had another problem with the snap, and Caleb Williams covers it up.
Saints are pointing their way, but the Bears get on top of it. Oh, and Caleb Williams shaking his left hand after that fumble. The Eagles going for it again on 4th down. This is 4th and 4.
Back in coverage this time for Minnesota. Hurts pointing, throwing, trying to find a loose man. It's A.J. Brown. He's in. Touchdown Eagles on the opening drive.
This Eagles offense getting back to who they've been this drive.
Good snap and hold, and the kickoff movement is good. A 3-0 lead for the Bears, but a bit of a win for the Saints as they hold the Bears to just those 3 points.
Positive development for the Chicago Bears, turning the turnover into points. Big development for Philadelphia, getting that touchdown, and not only the touchdown, but it hurts to A.J. Brown a touchdown. You had Bryce Young here going to Teteroa McMillan. I believe that was on that catch there for an 11-yard pickup. We'll check out the Carolina drive in just a bit. Meanwhile, back here in Nashville, Drake May and the Patriots. Drake May, over the last month, perhaps becoming a star in front of our eyes.
Stevenson again, trying to bounce to the outside. Now cuts it back up the field. And 3 really nice runs for Stevenson with a flag down on the play.
And checking in Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City offense. A unique formation here on 3rd and short. Right up the middle, Kareem Hunt almost broke it. Got not only the 1, but another 8 or 9 on top of that. Kareem Hunt and the Chiefs move the sticks. Back to Jersey here. Bryce Young and company into field goal range on a 3rd and short.
And
Hubbard will get the first down. Now, Hubbard, worth mentioning, he's fifth in Carolina history, past Deshaun Fox on the all-time list.
Back to Nashville.
You can see there Simmons was talking to the sideline. They were looking at it. His hand scraped across the helmet of Ramondre Stevenson, but he didn't grab the face mask, and that's why the flag was picked up there.
Good job picking up the flag. Good job by the officials getting together and getting it correct. Got a fullback getting it down Wesco. On 2nd and 2, Stevenson, 4th straight touch, another first down. And now Ramondre Stevenson has more yards rushing on 4 plays today than he did in his last 2 games combined. So Titans moving, Panthers moving. Back in KC, it is Patrick Mahomes. To who else? Mahomes steps up on Travis Kelce. Finding himself wide open after Mahomes threatened to run with it. They've done that so many times. They do it again here. How about a 44-yard pickup for the Chiefs into Raiders territory? Continues to present. Here's Pop Douglas, and he's popped down by Jahab Ward.
The catch, the rookie from SMU. It's about 6 out of it. That's a great point, Tony, about what this could mean with Rice's return. Worthy, healthy as well. Hollywood Brown on the field. They got Juju out there at the moment. It could be just a field day for Kelce, who already has 2 catches.
Well, the problem now is it's going to be very difficult to think you can handle in man-to-man.
Running away from Jeffrey Simmons, and then also attacking outside the tackles, not running at the interior of this defensive front.
Simmons right there. Hey, his first pass attempt is not going to pass it, he's going to run it. And a good run by Drake May, who here in Nashville a year ago rushed for a career-high 95 yards. His first run today picks up 11. Jason, I think we saw Drake May really make a move this year when we saw him in Miami.
And he told us before the game, the one thing coming off that week 1
44-yard play was the longest of the season for Travis. Here's a 2nd and 5. Pass down the field.
Let's go with Gray. The backup tight end with another big pass play for Kansas City. Let's go triple box right now. KC is first and goal inside the 10. Upper right-hand corner, right as I was speaking, Carolina pushed forward on a 3rd and 1. The Panthers convert. Carolina is in the red zone with a 1st and 10. So Patriots 1st and 10 from the 16. Carolina 1st and 10 from the 17. Kansas City 1st and goal from the 7.
Mahomes with already 84 yards passing on this first drive. There's a handoff and backed up near the 5-yard line is Pacheco.
Teammate, like to be called. Coming up a 2-touchdown game. Young dumps it off, and that is sacredly checked and gets to the 10-yard line. I love the quick game, right?
Stacking the receivers to the left-hand side.
To Rice in traffic.
Brought down at about the 3.
That's Efton Chisholm who goes in motion on 2nd and 6. May rolling right. May with nobody home, and he's pushed out of bounds.
Get down, give him a good target, and that is just easy catch, like stealing for the young quarterback. Hubbard's looking for a hole. The Jets are going to knock him backwards. He got nothing. Is going to have to like it. Get Jamie and Sherwood.
Hey, just gets the snap. Hey, in trouble with his sacks. And that is
So he doesn't get the ability to move out and create a play.
He has been running with great effectiveness this year, but he's looking to throw here on 3rd and going back to the end zone, and that's through the backboard. He got a flag. A flag is down in the end zone, and it's going against Las Vegas.
Yeah, you saw the preliminary signal there. It's going to be defensive holding. That's going to give another 1st and goal to the Kansas City Chiefs. Upper right-hand corner, 3rd and 5 for Bryce Young in the red zone.
Young for the end zone, and receivers in the area. Incomplete. We get
Incomplete. 4th down. You expect to see a field goal, which is what we just saw there for New England. It's good. And Mike Vrabel in his return to Tennessee, where he was the head coach for the handful of years, has tied it up at 3-3. Back live to KC.
Great example. Here's 1st and goal. Hunt is the running back. They bring it back around. And they toss it to him. It's Rice. Heading through. And he's in the end zone for a touchdown. We do have a flag down. A flag back at the line of scrimmage.
think this will stand? I thought.
Oh, this is not good right here.
The little shovel pass goes as not a handoff. That was a pass play. It's one thing I did it one time. I was like, so I could have gotten 50 of those like Mahomes. I just need to run them.
Personal foul, grabbing the face mask, defense number 99. That penalty being forced on the try, was over the play, is a touchdown.
Under pressure by Young. That's the first mistake he's made today. 30-yard try. And Ryan Fitzgerald, the rookie from Florida State, who's the NFC Special Teams Player.
Back in Minneapolis, U.S. Bank Stadium, where Carson Wentz gets his first crack at his old team. He started against them before, but first crack as a Viking, and he'll take a shot up top. Finds Jordan Addison. Probably had more meat on the ball if Carson could have gotten that ball out in front of him, but as it is, a 34-yard pickup for the Vikings. Dylan Gabriel, the rookie with his latest start for Cleveland, he shoots that one into enemy territory. Jerry Judy will come away with it. That's a 17-yard pickup. A couple of nice pass plays there in the Vikings and Browns games, respectively. You can see the water beating on top of the helmets of both the Dolphins and the Browns. Steady rain falling in Cleveland. Third and short for Minnesota after they got the first down with Addison. They pick up the first down conventionally here. It was Jordan Mason pushing his way forward, and a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
Team to that Super Bowl win a year ago, and on the defensive side of the ball, the identity was very clear. In that run through the playoffs alone, Adam, they had 13 takeaways, 16 sacks. I mean, their ability to get after the quarterback, their ability to take the ball away, two elements that have not been as good here for the first 6 weeks of the season.
Takeaways at the only average so far for Philadelphia's defense. Vikings have been very sharp in the red zone so far this year. Wentz, the rollout, floats it to the corner for Addison, overshot. Second down. Cooper DeJean, secondary man now for the Philadelphia defense. Have the coverage on Addison. Offense a little bit better than league average. League average right now is 23 a game, which is actually a pretty higher pace than we saw a year ago. Scoring's been up in the first month and a half of the season.
Put me excellent to get that.
Quick screen to the outside. Target thrown by Wentz. You can see his disappointment there as he was looking for.
From Minnesota's offense to fellow NFC North offense in Chicago, Caleb Williams playing good football, as you might expect during the win streak for the Bears. Wide open bootleg to Cole Kmet, and the tight end hauls it in for 16 yards. You know, the Bears have never had a 4,000-yard passer in an individual season. Coming into today, Caleb Williams on pace for 4,009 yards. Something to file away as we get closer to the halfway mark of the regular season. Third down here.
It was being chased down by Azeez Ojulari. And Wentz had to go rescue that ball.
Big mistake and a massive loss for Minnesota. We'll see how far that pushes them back in field goal range. Quinshon Judkins in space, and the rookie shakes a tackle, lowers his head, picks up 17 yards. He's going to need to have a big game here today with passing options limited because of the weather. And Cleveland is into the red zone with a 1st and 10. Yeah, I said, how far would this push them back? The bad snap is going to drive this field goal kick. This is going to be more than 50 yards.
Amazing how fast things can turn.
Just in 2 snaps now. Will Riker, who's hit a 62-yarder this year already. From 59. Impressive right-handed kick.
It's a passing touchdown. Mahomes to Rice. 7-0 Chiefs back in.
All right, I'm going to see Cleveland continue to Kansas City's dogs for the red zone.
Browns in the red zone. You got Cam Ward and the Titans moving into Patriots territory.
Touchdown percentage so far for the Browns on the season.
Jim Ray DK. And he's going to keep that football. Keep an eye on Ryan Gates on Gunnar Helm, the tight end, who's known as a receiving tight end. But with Tennessee,
Dylan Gabriel gets ready for the snap on 3rd and 5. You'll see the Titans touchdown replay here. Well, it's called the Browns game. On 3rd and 5, receiver slips. Going to bring up 4th down for Cleveland. But the Tennessee Titans fired head coach Brian Callahan. Mike McCoy is the interim. And Cam Ward coming out throwing here in the first quarter. He is 4 of 5, is the number 1 overall pick from this year's draft. 87 yards and a perfect passer rating, including that touchdown to Jim Ray DK, and the Titans have a 10-3 lead over New England. All right, settle in for the field goal here in Cleveland.
running into that play.
Giving kicks in his kind of weather, footing, lead, the wind has died down, almost no wind at the moment. Shooting on to attempt a 30-yard field goal. Operation Synthetic Swing is good to get Cleveland in first place of the day. Cleveland's fallen behind in a lot of games this year. Good for them to get a little bit of a lead here in the first quarter. Caleb Williams, he got a little greedy with that one, trying to go to Roma Dunze, and Quincy Riley, number 29, had the defensive back, Riley, jumping in front of that route at the last possible moment. An interception, only the 3rd interception thrown by Caleb Williams this year. And we had this in the Vegas game. It's quarterback sack. Geno Smith goes down. However, I think there was a penalty on this play. In fact, there was. Yeah, you know what? There was a penalty on the play. Illegal contact against the KC defense. Automatic first down for Geno Smith and the Raiders.
Hammered and bounces off of it to fight back to the line of scrimmage. That was Watson who walloped him.
Going to be tough sliding if you're going to throw short passes. All right, the crew tells me they found where the illegal contact came in. They'll call it against Trent McDuffie, going against Trey Tucker. So a little Trent on Trey, not interference, but illegal contact gives a new drive going for Las Vegas.
Joined by 3 others in the backfield. Fake the handoff and again goes short with it.
Pick up only a couple yards with Mostert. You're really going to need one of these young guys. We know Tucker, he's coming on. I really like his extension. Burner down the field, getting really good at his craft. But without having Jacoby Myers out there, without having Bowers, those are your 2 guys that they look to the most. Thornton and then their rookie bench. Their second, 4th round pick, one of them has to have a day.
Don't forget about Michael Mayer also, the tight end.
He's out there.
Short of the first. That was Besh with the reception.
And okay, out of TCU. And those are the routes that Jacoby Myers runs. These like choice option routes right there. So he comes in, he does it. Does Myers get you that first down or not? Who knows? But great opportunity for Besh.
As Myers talks it over with Thornton, trying to coach him.
Well, with the punt team on the field there, let's check back in with the next Jalen Hurts-led drive for Philly.
Game 4. Extra body coming for Minnesota, as is typical on 1st and 2nd down. A quick throw to Smith sets up 3rd down and 1.
And nice job that time by Jalen Hurts. The rule of thumb is when you get pressured, you want to throw into the pressure. All year, no team has faced more blitz than Jalen Hurts in this Philadelphia offense. He's actually been very good when facing it.
Minnesota blitzes about 37% of the time. That's 10% above league average. It's the 2nd highest rate in the league. Smith shaking out that left leg. He says he's okay.
You can't see it. That he's laying down. You see him on all 4s. He just got up.
Making his NFL debut, the rookie out of BYU. Brian Flores says, hey, I got a very interesting job.
Before the next tush can get pushed, we'll sneak in a New York Jets update. Justin Fields, 3rd and 6. Stands, delivers, but incomplete. They've been knocked away. No Garrett Wilson today for the New York Jets. That will hurt their anemic passing attack even more. Spencer Rattler on 3rd and 3. Take it himself. Go off left side. Pick up the first down for New Orleans, who trails the Bears in that game 3-0. And another update on Drake May and the Patriots. This was 2nd and 6. Toss pitch from Andre Stevenson. He's found a couple of gaps so far in this Tennessee defense. That run will go for 16 yards and a first down pass. Meanwhile, in the AFC East offenses, Tua Tagovailoa handing off Devon Achane. Achane with room. Achane with speed. Can they hawk him down? They can, but not until a 46-yard pickup for Devon Achane. And this is live with Tua Tagovailoa in Browns territory. Floats one to Jalen Waddle. He slides down, and they'll call that a completion. Miami is on the move. Let's listen in.
30 years with BC here for Kevin Stefanski. We asked him about the challenges with Achane. And he said he can just outrun you to the numbers. It's just pure speed with him. Certainly the top of their game plan this week.
It is. The Miami Dolphins, they are an outside running team. And you have to be real careful with how you play your edges. Just being out there isn't good enough. You have to cut off the field. But that time he cut inside the tight end and then was able to get to the outside again. Great run, great blocking, but what a play by Tyson Campbell.
For somebody who's already out there showing some life.
All right, before the next Dolphin snap, here comes 3rd and 8 for the Pats.
Along the sideline, incomplete. Kyle Williams, the intended target.
Guys, go back a long, long time. There's nothing on the play here. It's early into this 2nd and 11. I mean, they tried to just drive off sides.
You cannot fall for the banana in the tailpipe if you are the Cleveland Browns.
Good disciplined defense from Cleveland. So there we go. End of the first quarter in Cleveland. We'll bookmark that red zone drive for the Dolphins. Get you back after they come out of their TV timeout. Spencer Rattler, time to throw, but not an open receiver. Trying to get it to Rashid Shaheed, but that one goes incomplete. 4th down coming up for the New Orleans Saints. Well, we left the Philadelphia Eagles on 3rd and 1. Well, let's see what they do.
For the second tush push on this day. There's Bally laying down again, and that play clock winding down and moved up. So basically negates that 5-yard pickup. It's 3rd down and 6.
So right back to her. If they would have ruled it in, but I think it was a good kind of hold. It was hard for us to really tell whether it hit the ground. I think it was a good kind of just letting the play stand. But yeah, here they are at 3rd and 6. We'll go back to that first conversation. Last 35, the opening drive, they flew short of the first down marker. They can run the ball because it's all about getting it to 4th and 2 or less.
He could not hold on.
That Minnesota crowd comes to their feet. 4th down. Expect the punt team to come out there for Philadelphia. We left the Saints on 4th down, and that's no good. Blake Ruby misses wide right. It was a 53-yard try, but in the elements there in Chicago, no good. Bears hold on to a 3-0 lead. We had a 3rd and short for Patrick Mahomes. He'll flip it in to the man who scored the touchdown. Welcome back to the lineup, Rashee Rice. Served his 6-game suspension for violating the NFL's personal conduct policy and also coming back from last year's torn ACL. But Rice back in the lineup, back in the box score, back in the end zone on the first drive. We'll see what happens here.
His 2nd year for Callahan overall. As a go to Rice for 9 yards, and he's been now the recipient of 4 passes
passes for 21 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, the Arrowhead faithful love seeing their guy back in the lineup. You know who Panther fans have loved to see the last 2 weeks? This man right here, Rico Dowdle. He didn't actually start this game because Shuba Hubbard, one of the team captains for the Panthers, is back in the lineup at the halfback position. But Rico getting back in the lineup now, and he'll earn himself some more touches with back-to-back performances like that. A chunk run and then a catch for 17 yards. We go double box here. The Dolphins starting the second quarter. Devon Achane runs it just inside of the 15-yard line. That'll bring up third down for Miami. And Kansas City now. Fourth down and probably not going to, we'll get another snap here, guys. That'll be end of the first quarter, and it'll be 3rd and 1 for the Chiefs. Actually, 4th and 1 for the Chiefs when they start the second quarter. So time for Andy Reid to think about what he'd like to do. Let's go full here to Cleveland.
Saying, hey, we really haven't shown our full repertoire, our full package with him in the red zone, but he is the target.
As Miami's drive slows out in the rain, Michael Brothers and Center's kicker.
That timing and that ball placement was exceptional from Tua. And I didn't play quarterback or receiver, but I do know this, that playing football in the rain is more difficult for the receivers than it is for the quarterbacks to throw the football. And that was an ultra tight window.
Riley Patterson, fourth-year kicker. So the window gets that to Adrian Jason Sanders, and the kick is good. So far, so good for both of these two kickers.
All right, kickers doing their thing there in Cleveland. This was pre-game in Cleveland. Wind, rain. Now, it's not very cold, but wind probably the biggest issue, even more so than the rain. They were going to say gusts almost 40 miles an hour. The regular steady rain, or steady wind apparently, is at about 17 miles an hour. That should affect the passing game. Chicago has almost similar wind gusts, but that pass goes from Caleb Williams to Roma Dunze, making a first down here live.
Loveland, the handoff is to Swift, and shooting into the backfield is Demario Davis, the ageless wonder, 8 straight years with over 100 tackles for the 36-year-old linebacker.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about a guy who trusts his eyes and just goes and makes plays. He's right here in the middle. Watch him read him. He sees the down block. Remember, we talked about the Bears defense doing the double teams on the down block and then climbing to the second level. You saw right there Mario Davis. He beat Darnell Wright. He was not going to allow Darnell Wright to come off that double team block and get to him representing the second level.
Second down and 9. Williams swinging in the direction of Colston Loveland.
Pressure in his face.
He had to get rid of that ball maybe a bit earlier than he wanted. It's third down. Let's double box in the beginning of the second quarter at Arrowhead Stadium. It's 4th and 1. Casey has the ball on their own 40-yard line. What will they do? Oh, that's a significant development there with Trey Smith starting guard for KC on the sidelines with the athletic trainers giving him some attention right now. But the offense is breaking the huddle. Looks like Mahomes and company will go for it.
Foot.
Try to draw him offside. Sorry. Mahomes says, Coach, it doesn't. Oh, there they go. He was faking it. There they got you. You would give it up on that one. You thought for sure it was a draw, didn't you? Then Andy Reid, draw him offside. You can't believe he knows this. We're going to make you think we're trying to draw you offsides, and then we're going to go ahead and take down a punt. And then he goes, and Mahomes goes, oh, it never works. It never stinking works.
Yeah.
So we just try to get side, boom, first down.
And Kareem Hunt is the ball carrier to pick it up.
Look at he's playing.
That's all acting.
He's literally acting like, Coach, I told you this is the way it works.
Well, we've seen him in enough spots. He's a good actor, and he was there as he now launches one deep down the field. Oh, it's not to at the last moment. He was going deep with Tyquan Thornton, and Darnay Holmes had excellent coverage.
Wow, this was great in many levels. Great job by Holmes right there. And Shin was there for a little bit, but this was so close to being a dime and a touchdown, but he had to throw under pressure. And I'm telling you, Laulu had he's been playing influence on that. Yes, he's really come on, and he's playing the best football of his career. Got cut by the Colts last year, and they picked up a good one there. It was right in Mahomes' face when he launched it.
2nd and 10. To Smith. The rookie's got a running start. He's got a first down. As Devin White makes the play.
That Kansas City drive will continue. We'll keep an eye on it and ears on it, maybe earmuffs if we need it. How about the first catch of the day for Justin Jefferson? He's been good since Carson Wentz took over. I mean, he's great all the time, but he's already got a good connection with Carson Wentz. He goes for 18 yards on that one. This was 4th and 1. Carolina. This was coming in like he did not get the first down. Rico Dowdle was the back in the backfield for 4th and 1, and he did not. They're going to give him 0 yards on that carry. Turnover on downs forced by the Jets defense. Now Kansas City continues into Vegas territory.
All right, Tracy, we got an update.
Well, Jim, we were talking about Rashard Smith and how he was a wide receiver, and at SMU, Rhett Lashley suggested the move after he was watching the Chiefs and saw Isaiah Pacheco. Lashley thought that the two were very similar in their size and that he might be a better player at running back. Lashley brought it up to Smith, and he was in. And now he's playing alongside him.
How about that? Here's the handoff to Pacheco. Talking about him to the 38 for 4 yards.
And I give Brett Veach a ton of credit.
So after the Jets defense forced the Panthers off the field on the 4th down stop, give it off to Breece Hall and pinballs off a couple of rookie tacklers. A 5-yard tough carry there for Breece. How about a 2nd and 8 for Dylan Gabriel? And he was going to go far outside. Then the receiver Malachi Corey came in between some offensive linemen, and Corley goes for 17 yards on that pickup. Nifty design there by Cleveland.
That's dangerous. As Polomau was over there with Noah Gray. We do have a marker down on the far side. Line of scrimmage.
Offside. Defense number 98. Line up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
As they mark off that yardage, let's pick up a 3rd and 5 Minnesota on their own 39.
Those first 2 losses include one to these Eagles in the Super Bowl. We're down to 5 for Wentz. He's coming. Wentz, yes, he throws to the dog. Intercepted. There goes Jalen Goes to Philadelphia. His first NFL pick leads to his first touchdown.
He started on the line of scrimmage and then they bailed back. What a great design. You see, they got 6 up front. They bring Zach on and they just drop right underneath that inside slant.
Yeah, but Eagles are the
Just doesn't see him.
That's who it was. Jalen Carter. Welcome back to the front line for Philly after missing last game with a heel injury. Returning pieces for Philadelphia, the Panthers.
Carson Wentz took the worst of that one there, but it's a defensive pick 6 for Philly. They're an extra point away from a 14-3 lead. Oh, we got a late hit here in the Justin Fields New York Jets Carolina Panthers game. The 21, Nick Scott came in as Fields was sliding, and yeah, they're gonna stick up for their quarterback after that, pushing and shoving. Watch it one more time. Nope, can't do that. Nope. Immediate flags come in, and then some Jets come to get some retribution against Nick Scott there. More penalties. We'll see where it ends up. The Jets are going to get the football at about the 22-yard line after they sorted everything out. So we're here on the KC Las Vegas game. Chiefs are in the red zone. Jets are just outside the red zone. We'll bring in New York when we can. And oh, by the way, Justin Fields is out of the game right now. Can we double box in the New York game, guys? Okay, well, we're going to go to the Browns here. Well, okay, Browns on 1st and 10.
Dolphins defense so far today is mistakes.
Jenkins on the loose. Jenkins touchdown.
Sending the dog pound to its feet. We'll go to the triple box here, bottom of the screen. Justin Fields is on the sidelines right now. Tyrod Taylor is in quarterbacking the Jets. These are the subsequent snaps after Justin Fields was hit late while he was sliding. Upper right-hand corner, Rasheed Rice. Oh, they were trying to get another one to Rasheed Rice. Put the little flipsy inside. As we'll short out the penalty flag here. Clete Blakeman, the official in charge. Here's his call.
Start. Offense number 66. The 5-yard penalty.
Chiefs get back up 5 yards. Another replay look of Quinshawn Judkins, the rookie. He's been nice in the first 6 weeks of the season. Quite a pick for the Cleveland Browns. And they take a 9-3 lead, waiting on the extra point. Tyrod.
There's a penalty as the catch is made by Josh Reynolds, but a good throw for Taylor. Right at the 21-yard line.
Quarterback last year. What an easy touchy. Was that touchy? Tutty? I think you said touchy. 8 touchies.
First and goal from the 9, and that's into the first row. Maybe the second. Brad Rogers, our referee, already had to sort out the hit on Justin Fields and has taken him out of the game for the moment.
Illegal shift. Offense. Number 10, number 85. The player did not get set before the snap. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
When last we said the name Jake Moody, he was the hero for the Bears on Monday Night Football. The former 49er, now Chicago Bears kicker, comes in for the 39-yard chip shot, and Chicago has a 6-0. Down the middle, he's got another touchdown for KC.
All right, we're going to double box in the Panthers and the Jets.
Everyone else is pressuring. And then when you have all the weapons out there, Jim, you can find your best matchup. But I don't love.
Great job by Tyrod, breaking tackles, putting his foot in the ground. Hey man, 15 years in, the guy still is nimble. The guy still is a viable running threat for the New York Jets. Well, Jet fans questioning the starting quarterback, but should there be a change? Injury has prompted that. Nick Falk trying on the field goal of 34 yards. And these guys, so that is 90 straight, maybe under 40 for Nick Falk.
All right, decision.
A scoring drive for the Jets. Good thing. Not a good thing is their starting quarterback, Justin Fields, going into the blue medical tent. That was just a minute or two ago. We'll take a TV timeout and come back with the kickoff. We won't have the football again for at least a few minutes. We'll keep you posted if we hear anything on Justin Fields. Drake May shaking the defender. They had a spy on him, and he shook the spy. That is pretty special out of the second-year quarterback. 19-yard gain for Drake May. This is live action now. Ramondre Stevenson having a decent first half.
NFL Today update with Adam Schein.
Andrew, Patrick Mahomes' second touchdown pass in the ball game. This time to Hollywood Brown. 8-yard score. It's all Chiefs. 14-0. Back to you.
Guys, you know that drum they pound at the beginning of the games in Kansas City? Can you feel the concussion beat of Kansas City right now? Putting it together? They're starting to make their move.
So it's Ramondre Stevenson, another punishing run by Stevenson. Still going.
The Patriots fans here in Nashville love it.
New England now into enemy territory. So is the New Orleans Saints. Spencer Rattler back to pass and coming off the edge on a corner blitz. Kyler Gordon, number 6 6 gets home for the quarterback sack for the Chicago
That's
D.
exactly what they're doing so far today. As you see, Drake May having to do a little bit of a switcheroo on the helmet. Josh McDaniels there talking to him at the end.
Probably miscommunication went down in the helmet. He'll get a second one in for the green dot.
Play fake, May with pressure coming, able to locate Stevenson, who was tackled immediately by Cedric.
Okay, got a couple of updates for you. This is the Cleveland Browns kickoff after the Quinshawn Judkins touchdown. Receiving is down inside of the 10-yard line. And now the ball is loose. Told you the weather would be an impact here. A wet football. I think it was a Grant Denton that came in to punch the football out from the return man. And Cleveland comes away with it. Special teams play there.
I also want to go.
But he
This
in
is
plus territory in the Minnesota-Philadelphia game.
we going to go. Danny that pick six. And that's intercepted. Wow.
For grabs.
It was up for grabs. No, not down for. Scotty.
Coming away. Shout out to the Texas Longhorns. The rookie corner comes away with the interception there. He's a safety, actually. Wentz is in trouble there in the first half. And another quarterback sack, and it's Gordon again. He comes off the edge twice. What is going on? The defense is making plays here in all 3 of these games. Let's find a drive that we can park it on for a minute. How about the New England Patriots? Maybe a surprise. Being down by a touchdown coming up on the midway mark of the second quarter, but New England is moving.
Travion Henderson at running back. He gets the handoff here. And Henderson gets 3 yards on first down.
How are you? You're watching Kurami Action, the home of Wetchum. Now back to NFL Wetchum.
On the New England Patriots, but Henderson's a guy who's very good out in space to be able to show the explosive nature of him as an athlete.
Second down and 8. May looking for Matt Collins. Along the sideline, he's got him. Long pass by May right over the head of Amani Hooker.
Did you say Drake May has confidence? Yes.
Drake May, there's not a quarterback in the NFL right now that is throwing the deep ball better than he is.
So Cleveland trying to turn the special teams turnover into points. Dylan Gabriel out to his safety valve. Harold Fannin Jr. We like this rookie. If you watch Red Zone every week, we say this kid, they found something in him. That's a 12-yard pickup for Fannin Jr.
Play of the drive. And he gets a couple on the ground. Ramondre Stevenson already with a season high 73 yards rushing. Now this drive, Drake May, 4 out of 4.
What's different about the Patriots offense running the ball today, there haven't been any negative plays, and that's something that has killed them all season long. They'll have a good run of 7 or 8 yards here, but they always end up losing 4 or 5, which sets them back in the drive.
All right, the Patriots on the control.
May. Running left, he's going to keep it. He gets inside the 5-yard line. Pushed out of bounds by Cody Martin, and that makes it 3rd.
It's getting you right back for 3rd and goal New England after 3rd and 5. Geno Smith in Las Vegas.
Buster comes into the backfield on 3rd and 5. Across the line and he falls.
Austin Hooper, the former Titan with his first touchdown of the season.
All the kids at home,
How about-
that last one, they're saying, that's what you call
How
it.
about
It's
that
off
for the
guy
Pat New England Patriots? They're trying to field goal 10-10. What a day for the
Looking
Patriots.
at Hooper. He loses track of him in this zone, tries to catch up, and this is a fantastic play by Austin Hooper. You teach guys, catch the ball with your hands,
Another
attack the football, and he did it there.
For the New England Patriots,
Drake May continues to impress, and how about that catch by Hooper? Could be a candidate for top 5 plays of the day when we come to the end of NFL Red Zone about 6 hours from right now. How about back down in Cleveland? The Browns have moved it into the red zone, 2nd and 12 from the 17.
They have to do the same thing right here.
Chase Gabriel. A little bit of a comeback. Coming back for 3rd down after we give you a Saints-Bears update. New Orleans has gone fumble, punt, missed field goal, and now interception. It's Nashawn Wright on the interception. The Bears defensive back brings it back into Saints territory. And the Bears defense has been the story of this first half. And you know who the Bears defensive coordinator is? It's Dennis Allen, the former head coach of the New Orleans Saints. Revenge game for a coordinator? Maybe so. The Bears D sets up the offense in scoring territory. We've got one red zone and near red zone possessions now. Browns game comes to a stop. Let's go full to Chicago.
And they've all switched again, trying to come to the outside. And Davis is knifed in and got him around the ankles, short of the line to gain.
And it's only going to get better. That's the biggest thing about the run game. You know, when you have the run game, you know, it takes time. We talked to Ben Johnson about it. He goes, hey, you know, I was on that staff for a year before I became the offensive coordinator. They was doing my run game. I was working with Hank Fraley, the offensive line coach. We had the exact same approach.
Line out.
A little bit quicker. This one's going to take one of that.
Right now, 6-0. Let's get the Bears. There.
Johnson with the carries.
It's first down.
Now you're really getting big over here.
Run good against that Minnesota defense, Brian Flores.
Let's go back to Miami now.
Pittsburgh. As he diagnosed this Dolphins defense, 30 as they play from the Miami 14. Miami rushes 4 underneath and get it to 4. Touchdown.
So first and goal there. There you go. Touchdown Chicago with that field goal. That's 13-0. 13-0. The Chicago Bears. Were good scoring opportunity. Let's go to Miami right now. Where the Browns face up against the Browns face up against the Dolphins. And right now, let's get there. I didn't really talk to you about this.
You know what that's called, Sparrow? Football just that's the single week. That's old school. That's old school.
Transmission just took a quick hit there. I think we've got it back. Let's reestablish communication back to Cleveland for 2nd and goal.
It's a play the drive. As we are down to 6:15 left, Gabriel back onto the field. And it looks like Cleveland is going to take a timeout here, trying to let that play clock run down. And Stefanski's going to take his first timeout. Get everything set.
Patrick Mahomes is having himself a first half. Has 2 touchdown passes already. And now, this year, more than in recent years, he's decided to stick his foot in the ground and go. Came into the game with 222 rushing yards and 4 rushing touchdowns. He'll pick up another 10 yards there on the ground. We'll keep you posted from Kansas City. Just a moment ago, back in Minnesota, Carson Wentz almost sacked, hit from behind, able to get it away to Jalen Naylor. That's That's a 26-yard catch there for Minneapolis for the Vikings. Justin Fields is back in the game for the Jets. Not only back in the game, but they're going to let him run with the football to the sideline there. So they obviously feel he is good to go. We'll keep you posted on the Jets. They're tied up with 3. Second and goal here for a little bit of a bumper. Jenkins gets it back. Jenkins spins his way in for the Cleveland touchdown.
Well, they go from near disaster to 6.
Because your Cleveland Browns are very good. Alright, we got an update from the Eagles. The Eagles are James Jefferson got a 40-yard receiving play. What a play for Justin Jefferson for the Philadelphia Eagles. In fact, we're going to go full on that.
Like this, and it's so easy as a play caller or as a quarterback to say, I've got to generate.
Let's look up in the highlights right now. Jalen returns an interception, and they find AJ.
Just to sneak in another third down here, 3rd and 4 for Mahomes, midfield standing up.
3rd and 4 it is. He's got it again, scrambling for another first.
Even though Philadelphia's defense is very good defending them, and that's where the trust in your veteran quarterback that if it's not there, check it down.
Well, you'll see, he right here has the ability to...
Alright, with that timeout, we're going to go full on Kansas City right now. The highlights of this, Mahomes and Kelsey team up, and the Oscar goes to. Whatever it is, Kansas City is very good. Let's go back. Jim Nance, Tony Romo, Casey Wilson with the call.
Approaching the 2-minute warning. They get to Pacheco, fired down the field in the direction of Brown.
To give that note on the Cleveland Browns, here's the extra point to give them 17 on the game. And there it is. The Browns have scored 17 or fewer points in 11 straight games. And unless something disastrous happens, Cleveland should eclipse 17 for the first time since week 13 of last year. They had 32 points in that game last year. All right, after the timeout, 2nd and 1, red zone Vikings.
Switch Jefferson to the top side. Mason's the back.
1-on-1 with Jefferson at the top. Looking that way. Justin Jefferson put the ball in it. And he done so. That would have been a spectacular play. Cooper DeJean, the Iowa native with plenty of fans here in Minnesota. Pump that ball out of the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, while we're waiting for this team doesn't keep it away, we will even this game. We get to the last game. We're going to start on halftime report, and this halftime report will be brought to you by Verizon. Scotty?
The next one. Taysom Hill trying to do the gadget play there. The Bears, they saw that coming. Dominique Robinson certainly saw it coming. Big number 90 drops Hill for a big loss.
3rd and 1. Another pass play. Wentz. Sweeps all for Jalen Naylor.
Back in Kansas City, the Chiefs just going bit by bit down the field, and they've been feeding Rashee Rice. That's another 12-yard catch. How about 5 catches, 33 yards, and a touchdown? And you see the hand signal that Rice did back to Mahomes. Yep, they are back in sync. Mahomes, by the way, 14 of 18, 177 yards and 2 touchdowns in the first half. Whoa.
Take it to Mason. Flag is through. Ball is through. It is caught. It is a touchdown for Naylor. We'll check the penalty flag, though, and this is going to be for a hold.
Hold it. How about number 64? Daniel penalty. Report that.
That means they will have to get a field goal this time. They want you to get the points.
Watching, you see him right here. Watch, he grabs the outside of his shoulder pads. And just kind of chops him to the
everything's
ground.
talking about it.
Flag came
Jalen Hurts. We'll bring you guys some highlights during the day today.
Second
That's when I saw the
at the 6-yard line. Justin Jefferson, I'm going to call it a drop for a guy as good as him. Incomplete. Penalty that forces them to bring out the field goal unit.
So from 34, just about the length of an extra point. Riker adds 3 points.
At 14-6, Eagles not pulling away just yet. We are out of the 2-minute warning timeout here in Kansas City. The Chiefs in field goal range. They're thinking touchdown, though, to try and get a 3-score lead.
GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. You're going to see that no blunder of a pass from Mahomes. Just a moment during the pass. This one was a hair different than others. He's got a 1st and 10, and he is sacked by Adams. Jamal Adams gets to him. Yeah, he's playing good, and they needed that right there. But going back, watch this. This is a hitch route. He's going to go ahead and keep Devin White right here. Sorry.
In the Carolina and New York Jets game, 1st and 20 after a Panthers penalty will force Bryce Young to throw. Steps up, looks for a jump, and ball gets punched away at the last moment. Going for Jimmy Horn, but Malachi Moore, 27. Bang, comes in there. It was already being bobbled, but a nice play there by Moore. Oh, and almost a big play for the Vegas defense. He'll dream about that one tonight. Watch the replay.
Popped out from the middle, and it fooled Mahomes. And he really could have changed the trajectory of the game, right?
The season is gone, and again,
Get you right back for the next snap, Kansas City. It'll be 3rd and 14 for Mahomes. 3rd and 13 here for Tua Tagovailoa.
team together. You don't get all the players to try to become one to overcome this.
So right now,
And all of a sudden, it really starts to get away from you. It's super important.
Before the quarterback left the pocket, illegal contact. Defense number 26. It's a 5-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
wow, automatic first down down to the Greenwood Browns. Not a good idea. Let's go full now to the Kansas City Chiefs. Right now they're 2nd and 9 at the 14. They're 14
40 seconds going to half. First down carry. Maybe a yard for Smith. A couple of chances, right? For the Raiders to come out here okay.
Kansas City takes its first time out of half.
First it was Maulu, and then McCall.
I think I heard Mahomes yelling towards the sideline, frustrated with the play call potentially. But timeout comes with 36 seconds left in the half. Right side of the screen, we bring in Tennessee because they're the next closest team to the red zone. 3rd and 7 coming up for Cam Ward from the New England 27.
Footwork is what we've been talking about and stressing. And Mike McCoy, the interim head coach, says he goes by Cam Ward all the time. It just says feet. Always think about your footwork. Think about being in balance. Think about what you have to do to execute and finish your throws. When Cam Ward does that, when he finishes with the lower body, he's dangerous.
Hard count by Cam Ward. We'll see who moves first.
All start offense. For 79. 5-yard penalty. Still there now.
That's on the center. Lloyd Cushenberry, and makes it 3rd down and 12.
So is that a head movement by him?
You see a replay of what just happened in Chicago. DJ Moore making the catch from Caleb Williams, breaking a tackle, and DJ Moore runs it into the red zone for Chicago. So now suddenly, Chicago in the red zone, Kansas City in the red zone, Tennessee in field goal range.
That was on time. Nobody's going to be able to make a play on it, and it's out for somebody to catch and run.
That's the runner's ball that you're talking about. He was able to run, picks up 6, and now Williams to work. Head and shoulder fake, pressure coming. Williams looking for an escape match. Throws on the run. It's deflected and almost caught on the deflection.
There was an opportunity right near the end. I think it's there where you just should have gone up and kind of split that and take your chances there. You know, don't get out on the move and make a mistake. And again, you know, Moore doesn't put the ball in jeopardy when there's not a play to be had. A 50-yard attempt from Joey Sly. And his kick is good. From the 50, Taylor and Quincy Riley colliding, and Taylor is still down. So we'll start this.
All right, we've got an injury in the Chicago-New Orleans game. Kansas City went to commercial break. They know they're coming out of break right now. Let's go back to Arrowhead. It's 2nd and 9 for Mahomes. 36 seconds.
Coming up on the Verizon halftime report. 2nd and 9. You see the tight splits. You got a two-way go with Rice. You can do anything here. Schuster down to the 3-yard line. This is a great job by Mahomes. He literally looks to Rice. Devin White pops out. Then he knows. I mean, you got wide receivers running tight end routes, tight ends running wide receiver routes. They're good. Timeout Chiefs. We're back at 30 after this.
Yeah, that game is flying by in the first half. We still have 6 minutes and change remaining in Minneapolis' first half.
Especially with this Philadelphia Eagles offense with this offensive line. They do run it on 1st down and 20. Hardly gets a chunk of that yardage back. It'll be 2nd and long, so what a first attempt against CT.
Thank you. And Bears looking for their 4th straight win. DeAndre Swift takes a handoff, makes a nice cut, takes this one in for an 11-yard score. Bears in front 13-0 over the Saints.
How about this? This is team, by the way, DeAndre Swift. She does really good.
Watch the Jalen Hurts get a game for you. Back
yards
full
out.
to Arrowhead.
All their guys healthy. Just a little toss to Smith, and it's going to set him back 3. They have 1 timeout left. Good job there. Houston Hears. Now, we were talking about Max Crosby. When we have this timeout, he had a little collision on a block by Noah Gray. Check it out here. Is this legal, Gene Steratore? Right here, this block on Max Crosby?
Yep. We got, when we stepped away from the Eagles and Vikings, it was 2nd and 13. Jalen Hurts, low shotgun snap, did well just to catch it and try and get it into throwing position, but a couple of Vikings are there for the sack. Penalty marker came in as well. That was against Philadelphia for holding, so the Eagles going in the wrong direction there. All right, Chicago out of the timeout. Bears are 2nd and 10 in the red zone. Chiefs, 23 seconds left, 2nd and goal.
Now you know you can extend the play for Mahomes. Have it in the air and almost, again, going back in for the Saints. Down at 10. It's Swift with the carry. 16 seconds this way for 9. Down to the 10-yard line. Right there, if it wasn't, it was going to be really close. Chin, who's playing really good ball. We'll give Patrick the benefit of the doubt. We'll say it would have been a touchdown. Now, without Crosby in the game, Jim, you have the ability to extend the play. You think, unless they pressure, it's 3rd and goal. It's 3rd and goal now. Take your time, pump fake, wait it out. Buy some time, throw it in the end zone, and almost caught. At Chin, it was Chin who broke it up on the field.
While we were watching that play in Kansas City, we had a false start against the Bears. So instead of 3rd and 2, it'll be 3rd and 7 from the 15.
They were trying to get DJ Moore here.
Contact, defense number 11. 5-yard penalty.
Gets the feet down, makes the catch, first down and goal, Chicago.
He's doing a nice job with timeouts as he sends both Kel.
17-13.
I mean, that was too easy. Just a easy good football player. And that was too easy to get separation. First and goal at the 6.
officials came in and blew it dead.
This for Kansas City will be the 6th snap in the red zone right before the half.
Looks left, throws right, and it's caught by Rice
For his second touchdown of the game.
Well, Patrick Mahomes has owned the AFC West, and he's got his full complement of weapons today, and they are putting it to the Las Vegas Raiders. Can't do it any better than that. Rasheed Rice with his second touchdown in the first half. Touchdown, New England! What a beautiful catch by Tayshaun Boutte, and May threw that one perfectly to get it to his receiver. How about this lightning strike?
His 4th touchdown of the year. That's a new career high for the wide receiver from LSU.
Charles, I'll say it again. There's not a quarterback in the NFL that has thrown the deep ball better than Drake.
Keep going. A touchdown.
To the end zone. And that's his first NFL touchdown.
Touchdown. This last timeout is going to be wild.
This is really good. They time the motion up well. Right here, you can feel he hit a block there, but the big one, watch Drew Dalman, the center, pull out. You know, number 1 is center pulling, but number 2 down on the goal line. A lot of times when you're down on that goal line, guys are just firing straight ahead to get penetration in it, and it's hard if you're a puller when you leave that spot. So this offensive line is really starting to get into a groove with what Ben Johnson is teaching them in the run game.
High snap pulled down by Taylor, and the kick sneaks in. 20-0 Chicago. 2:51 remaining in the first half.
All right, Chicago making a statement up 20-0 over the New Orleans Saints. Minnesota. Carson Wentz, Justin Jefferson, 10-yard pickup, and a first down. Vikings, JJ has 3 catches for 68 yards. Nice first half for Jefferson. This game's been a slog offensively. 3-3 between the Panthers and the Jets. Bryce Young on the run. Flips it back to Tenero McMillan. The rookie receiver gets some run after the catch, but tackled short of the line to gain. Carolina with a decision to make here on 4th and a few. 4th and 3, let's call it.
He returned right over there and said, hey, man, I like it over here. I lined up here. This was great. I'm going to go back there.
0 for 1 early for 4th down. 9 out of 15 for the season. Here they need 3. First down, it falls inside the 35-yard line.
Really nice, just a snag drop, right? They're just getting outside, having McMillan sitting there now.
We'll go full here to Nashville as Kansas City trying to answer the latest Patriots score.
Right there to make the tackle.
No timeout.
Neither team using a timeout. It's the Patriots who will get the football to begin the second half. Well, no surprise to me there. Get the conclusion to the timeout. So you get more and trying to at least get 3 going in at the half. Sly does have a big leg. As Warren throws a dangerous pass. Back behind across his body, stopping the clock with 3 seconds to go.
Yeah, I don't like this from Mike McCoy and the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, they take a shot at Mike McCoy, interim head coach, hasn't had clock management responsibilities for a while. Not sure why, with the clock running and all 3 timeouts in your pocket, if you're going to run to the line and run a snap, then why you didn't take the timeout. Now it's 4th down. You probably just tell Cam Ward, take the shotgun snap and throw it out of bounds. Yeah, that's exactly what they're going to do. He's going to run around, chew up 3 seconds, and just either fall to the ground or throw it out of bounds incomplete here, I would assume. Or a Hail Mary?
Ward is just trying to kill the clock, and it appears that's what he's doing as he skies this one out of bounds. And that is the way the first half comes to an end.
Not a lot of highlights from the Patriots and the Titans. Let's look at the points of both the Patriots game and the Chiefs game. So Patriots right now with a big score. Then the Titans 17-13 with Drake May and Cameron Ward are passing receptions. We're also looking at the scoring summary. We had a field goal and field goal. Then the first touchdown was from the Titans. Second touchdown was from the Patriots. Third touchdown was also for the Patriots, and not a good look at all. So that was the round of touchdowns. Let's actually go to Minnesota.
75 seconds here in the first half for Carson Wentz. He's running for his life, 3rd and 4. And we'll end up throwing out of bounds. It's 4th down.
66 seconds, but Philadelphia still has all 3 of its timeouts. And Minnesota's going to have to punt this ball.
Nice job. Nowhere for Carson Wentz to go, and he takes a big shot there by Jalen Carter. I feel like we've said that now a few times here in the first half.
Ryan Wright will boot it away. John Dodson will see it sail out of bounds. Not a good punt.
Alright, so while we're waiting for other actions to come, we have another one here. The Kansas City Chiefs at 21-0. They're right now to 0 in the team up, and then the Oscar goes to. That are those highlights. So now in the game leaders, we have Geno Smith and Patrick Mahomes. That's big touchdown. Then for both all 3 of them for Kansas City are touchdowns. So just want to bring you guys a heads up as we go into the 3rd quarter. So now it's time let's take you to a double box.
First half, watch the replay. Chuba Hubbard on the delay action screen takes it up the sideline and into the red zone for Carolina. First chance for a touchdown for either one of those teams. Jalen Hurts going to press the gas pedal with 60 seconds remaining and all 3 timeouts, which they will not take right here. Clock is running there for Philadelphia.
Young, can he find anybody? Yes, he can! Touchdown, Xavier Legette! A distance, Bryce Young with a little bit of a flip between traffic to Legette.
Well, we talk about it all the time. When you run the ball effectively,
The clock stopped. Yeah, I saw Sirianni signal timeout. I thought he wanted the timeout. Hurts thought he was going to take one. He did. He signaled. He's on the field. He's yelling, saying, I called timeout. So now the question is, how much time, if any, ran off the clock after the officials granted Sirianni the timeout? We can take a look. It's almost like it's
Extra point by Fitzgerald is good.
controversy around the football landscape about signaling timeout versus clapping.
As we clear out the Panthers with their initial touchdown from the double box, we bring in the Miami Dolphins into the 2-box here. Dolphins down by 2 touchdowns to Cleveland. 90 seconds remain in the first half here, and you can see they are in field goal range. They'd love to put up 7.
Jalen Hurts has been perfect. He's 5 for 5 when facing
Cleveland has to try to churn up as much of that clock as they can for the Dolphins. Tua taking a shot towards the end zone. Broken up. Better matchup here today.
I'm sorry, they've run it 7 times out of 11 dropbacks. Down the middle towards the sticks, and it's incomplete for A.J. Brown. Just his 2nd target of the first half, and it was the veteran Harrison Smith, bodied receiver. And nice job here by Harrison Smith, just staying flat and driving on this. looks like a move on them, run right by him, and you sit flat-footed like that. Here is a blitz, an extra body from Minnesota. Hurts trying to avoid it. He will not. They catch up to him. Philadelphia may have to use another timeout. Dallas Turner and Jonathan Allen teaming up there to bring down Hurts. And Eric Wilson is in there too. Clock is still running. Yeah, looks like they're going to just facing a third long. They're just going to kind of take this to the break. But Eric Wilson now again. That blitz scheme matched up against Saquon Barkley. He has been a handful. He's the one who initially forced Jalen into a timeout. Now,
It'll be interesting to see because you don't really have the downfield passing game like you normally would in a game that has better conditions. But if they get a stop here, they will have time to operate and still try to get a field goal.
All right, the Eagles and the Vikings are the third team to go to the half. So here are your halftime highlights for the Eagles and the Vikings. And I'm saying these journeys in real time because there's a chance that one of these games, while they're still in the second, there's another game that could happen that could start in the third quarter, while another game is in the second quarter. So right now, the Philadelphia Eagles 4-2. And the leaders are Jalen Hurts. Combs highlights on and an interception. All right, we have an attempt now. We have to interrupt. All right, touchdown for Hurts. There was a field goal. Okay, touchdown. The second touch, and then another field goal. So two touchdowns and two, both from the Eagles, and both touchdowns, both field goals actually, are from the Vikings. Okay, so now let's go to there are 3 more games that have not reached the first, or that not reached the end of the first half. So that's why I'm doing them in order. So because there's a chance that we'll likely see the first. We'll have the first in about like 3 to 4 minutes. We're gonna have the first half, the second half actually begin, with the Raiders and the Chiefs. They're already at the half. For about 3 and 4 minutes, they're gonna go out to the halftime. So right now, Miami against Browns. They're about 1 minute.
The timeout should not be a factor right now. It's the down and distance, and you're on the 20-yard line.
Quick delivery, far side of the field, and it is caught. Westbrook and Keeney, the real losses, came by 2 points, all against teams with winning records and division leaders. Defense keeping it in this one. Pressure coming. Kennedy sacked. Great American flying in for the safety spot.
Well, this is what happens. You walk up a linebacker and walk right here to really feel a lot better about your football team going into halftime if you can find a way to get into that end zone. And the Browns defense this year in the red zone has been one of the worst things that they do.
Cleveland rushing forward. Two is going to run for it. Slides down just shy of the 5. They can't stop it. 7. They either have to run to the bench or sacks. They pick up their second of this game, and they're here. And the Panthers are set to receive the ball to start the second half. Fields, the time goes short. Isaiah Davis, did he get the first? There's a flag down as he went.
Got the Dolphins with a last-second field goal attempt, and it's up and good. So, Dolphins had 2 field goal attempts in the final minute of the first half, the second of which actually counts, and that is a 17-6 score. Look at the bottom of the screen there. It's a 57-yard catch For the New England Patriots, for the New Orleans Saints, Spencer Rattler and company, they started this drive at inside their own 10-yard line, I believe. And Chris Olave got deeper than the deepest and popped it for 57 yards. We'll bring in the Saints in here and the Jets. There's only 2 games with time remaining here in the first half, and you're looking at both of them.
Yeah, while they're watching, Miami facing off against Cleveland. Not a lot of highlights. There's just one highlight. Tucker and Dylan Gabriel. Those are the two passing. The field goal, touchdown, then touchdown and field goal. So 2 field goals for Miami, 1 field goal and a touchdown and 2 touchdowns for the Browns. There are still 2 games to go, and I would imagine that at any minute now, we're gonna see the Raiders and the Chiefs start the second half. Let's pick up a 2nd and 10 now from the Bears. Touchdown there. And they will get the field goal attempt. All right, there's only 1 left at half, and the next one's Patriots Jets. So not a lot of highlights, but here are the leaders for the Jets, and it's Bryce Young and Justin Fields. Remember, Justin Fields did ref the game, but then return. So Justin Fields still the leader right now. As we're about to get the third half on the way with the Raiders and the Chiefs going to have time at any moment. Let's do the last call for the Jets.
Got it, being a timeout. Sean Robinson brought him down. They're going to let the clock run out. And these fans are frustrated. I hope they stay for the second half if you're a Jet fan. The Panthers are happy with the performance on the road. Check our State Farm top performer. And we're going to give it to the Carolina defense. Couple of sacks, you can add on another one. Remember this game.
Let's back up in the Saints-Bears game. They started on their own 9-yard line with about 60 seconds remaining. This was the play. We saw that tail end of it. How about that rainbow shot? Rattler to Olave, 57 yards. Then Rattler to Olave to cap it off with a touchdown drive. Saints absolutely seemed like they needed that right before the half. That Saints drive went 5 plays, 91 yards in 46 seconds. So it's a 20-7 game there in Chicago, the only game with seconds remaining in the first half. Let's see how aggressive Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams attempt to be here. The kickoff will find them at their own 27-yard line. Probably, we'll see what they call on first down here.
I'm gonna hand the ball off to DeAndre Swift, and let's go in at halftime and make sure we come out defensively and stop the Saints offense. You've only got 16 seconds. That's 2 plays and leaves you about 4 seconds left. But Ben Johnson was with Dan Campbell last year, so he's going to be a lot more aggressive than that.
Kyle, the number guy, is the running back. Williams will throw. Pressure coming. Williams on the move. Throwing on the run, incomplete in midfield. Kool-Aid McKinstry on the coverage, and he jars it out of the hands.
And after that incompletion, which took up a handful of seconds, they might just run out the clock in the first half, but we'll keep it there in the double box. Let you know that the Kansas City Chiefs Las Vegas Raiders game begins the second half. Patrick Mahomes and company. How about the drives between the Raiders and the Chiefs? The Las Vegas drives. Punt, punt, punt. End of half. Kansas City's drives. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. 21-0 Chiefs as we begin the second half.
With the last one in the half, we do have some games that are in the third quarter. What I'm going to do now is we're going to do the final highlights of the halftime, and then we're gonna end the Verizon halftime show. So the New Orleans Saints have one highlight, but we're gonna skip that. Spencer Waddle and Caleb Williams are the leaders. And then went field goal, touchdown. Okay, so 2 field goals and then a touchdown and a touchdown. So only one touchdown from the Saints. Touchdown. It's so 2 field goals and 2 touchdowns as they reached the third half. Okay, we have a lot to do coming up. That concludes this Verizon show. Enjoy the third quarter. And speaking of the third quarter, that starts right now with the Chiefs and the Raiders and the Patriots and the Titans. We'll see what happens. Let's go live now to the Raiders and the Chiefs. We just got, alright, from the Raiders. This is breaking news. Adam Bonner is out, will not return, and Max Crosby, both a knee and a back, is doubtful. So 1 out and 1 doubtful. So doubtful to return. I would say that other person will be out. Let's get back to Kansas City.
94 yards, another 92 yards. What have you heard of Andy going into the locker room? He wants to see more of that. What do you look for? I think it's the same thing. I mean, running football, but truly, you're just out here to improve and get better. You feel like you're going to win the game, but don't make any mistakes, right? Make it a simple play calls like this. Over to Rice. Rice, near the first with his 7th catch. And a mark him short.
Is this fraud protection?
All right.
You don't pay for what you don't buy.
Red Zone is brought to you by Visa. Right now, let's get back to Kansas City.
Back out there and get it to him quickly. At 3rd and 1. That means it's Kareem Hunt time. The safeties are too deep for 3rd and 1. To the flat. Fake to Hunt, and they go right back to a wide out. The ball comes up and it's scooped up. Brown fumbled it, and then Worthy was on the spot. For another Kansas City first down and more frustration for Pete and the Raiders. And Chin did a great job 11. For the Raiders to get this ball loose. Well, that's why you're going to fumble it. Yeah, and then right here you try and protect him. It's too late. Doesn't have 3-4 points of contact. And this ball just doesn't go the Raiders' way again. They could have had a few turnovers already. By the way, it hasn't gone anybody's way when the ball's been loose because the Chiefs have gone 15 straight games without a lost fumble. Cover 0 means they're all coming. There's the handoff. He is running hard again for about 6 or 7. I said they haven't fumbled in 15 games.
It's Drake May time for the second half. Opening possession of the third quarter for the Patriots. 3rd and 8. May. Good clean pocket by that Patriots offensive line. Stephon Diggs makes the catch. That's a 24-yard pickup. A couple of plays later, it's Drake May. It's Matt Collins. 27-yard pickup. And bang, 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 just like that, Patriots are already into scoring distance against the Tennessee Titans. We'll bring them in just a moment.
That's going to be a first down. Yeah, great job by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on that throw. It was skyhook.
Right.
Okay, now watch what just happened a second ago here for the New England game. Drake May back to pass, steps up. Now he wants to run, but watch the tackle at the end of the play. He hits the turf pretty hard. He shakes his head there. One more replay of it. The reason we're spotlighting this is May has just gone to the sidelines. This very well could be the independent medical examiner looking at the sideline saying, no, that was a helmet blow there, and that is a live shot of Drake May without his helmet heading towards the blue medical tent.
By the way, breaking news for the Tennessee Titans. Jeffrey Simpson is out. Jeffrey Simmons is out. Yeah, Jeffrey.
For the New England Patriots. So a lot going on in these two games right now. Kansas City in control. What's the penalty marker here in the Chiefs game?
Defense number 30. Penalties decline. The total play is the first down in Kansas City.
You'll see and so Drake May in the blue medical tent. And Josh Dobbs, who we've seen in recent years with multiple teams, going to get his snaps now or snap, depending on how long May is in the medical tent for the New England offense.
Mahomes magic, whatever it is, it showed Jason.
They never had aeronautical engineering. Josh Dobbs created it.
Stevenson on second and 4. He's got to get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be third down. May still in the blue. Heads down to the 6. With the hamstring injury. So Simmons out. May in the 10. And Dobbs in the Patriots.
By the way, the reason why Simpson is out is because he has a hamstring. Just for the man guys, Simpson is out because of a hamstring. And I'm feeling on my phone and on the TV, so we are close to each other. And by the way, Visa is our final sponsor. And Visa is our sponsor for the witching hour, where wins become losses and losses become wins. So that's coming up in a few hours. Let's go now to Kansas City. And they got a touchdown.
Great to see May getting back in the huddle. We want to let you know that the KC touchdown does stand. The flag came in on the play against the Raiders, obviously declined. Isaiah Pacheco and the extra point pending will make this a 28-0 Kansas City lead.
Let me call. Can I call this over? So let me pull this back, and while I'm doing that, let me call the Kansas City game over. Well,
And the Eagles had an opening drive touchdown, but then they were shut down on offense. Minnesota had the first possession of the second half, and they're moving. Jordan Mason with a 12-yard carry. He's got 9 attempts on the ground for 35 yards. We'll get you there if they get to the red zone.
all right. All right, while we're waiting for that, I want to get you guys an update on the playoff picture. So I already given the Chiefs the win. It's the first quarter, so anything could happen. But the Chiefs is 4-3, and the Raiders are 5. Which makes it now a two-way tie at 4-3. The Jaguars and the Chiefs are both 4-3. And now there's a 5-way tie with 5 lost teams. Okay, so now the Dolphins, the Ravens, the Browns, the Giants have now joined the Raiders now at 2-5. So that would mean now that the Raiders now, but both the Raiders and the Chiefs are going to stay in their spots right now, unless changed in any order.
Key players on the drive to me, Josh Dobbs with first down, and then Bob Douglas on the third down, picking it up.
As Ramondre Stevenson stepping up for the Patriots. You watch the replay there. Minnesota just had a short run for, let's say, 2 yards. So 2nd and 8 coming up for Minnesota.
Chase Packer here against Minnesota. All-pro last year for the first time.
It is Michael Jurgens playing in centers. We've seen both Randall Wentz struggles the first half, and now Jurgens. Wentz fakes it. Throws it all ahead. And incompletion.
As we've got second half action beginning between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Miami Dolphins and the Cleveland Browns. As Miami begins with possession, they have 11 from their 30. He's picked. On the first play of the second second game with Cleveland. Massive play for the Browns. Well, that's not how to start if you're the Dolphins, but you're happy with Indian Schwartz. Rayshawn Jenkins playing a little bit more in this game and managed the personnel today.
Because the Browns scored a touchdown, that means now let me show you what the scenario. If the Browns were to score at this hour,
Pass in the flat, play action. They're going to release. It's usually a very goal line play. He's wide open. Just throw him the ball. The first read of that play is fast to go back in the flat, and then if they jump the flat, you have some layers over the top. And just didn't see it.
So Minnesota had only failed to score a touchdown in the red zone 5 times on 15 trips. They have failed 3 times today.
Minnesota snucks it a little bit closer, 14-9 as they take their break. We've got the Carolina Panthers now over in Jets territory with a touchdown lead.
In the end zone that last drive. What did you like about the way that Rice just settled into the game and also the rotation?
wait. I got a touchdown. I think I got a touchdown. The flag is about to come.
Thank you, Sarah. And Dave Canales. In defense of the two-back system. Strikes on roll. And flips to Canales has 2 fresh backs in the second half.
Well, Las Vegas, boy, this is going to be a tough slog in the second half here. They're down 4 touchdowns. And Chris Jones and the defensive front for Kansas City, they can just pin their ears back and try and eat, as the saying goes. That sack, that's actually the first sack that Geno Smith has suffered so far today, and it was the All-Pro Chris Jones doing the honors there.
Canales, I'm going to say, hey man, I'm going to lean into Rico Dowdle. The last 2 weeks have been so good for us.
Dowdle 6. That exact spot that they mark him as he dove around Tremaine Jackson inside the 40. And good enough for the first.
Yeah, these things you need to do if you're Bryce Young, right? You get it spread, you get guys down the football field, and when you do that, you got empty backfield. So many guys are back there in that back end trying to protect against that pass.
You want to
see the red flag challenge right there.
All right, with the Patriots scored the touchdown. They're 31 to 13. The Titans will be. First. All right, while they're further review right now.
Challenge pays off for the Jets.
All right, stoppage there at MetLife Stadium. Back to Nashville. Nice matchup.
They were flashing the scores down there.
There is a flag down, but Caleb on Jason in the end zone with the football. That's been a big problem for Cam Moore. Let's hear what the call is.
Holding. Offense. Number 17.
Jason with the touchdown. And for Cam Moore, that's his fifth lost fumble of the year.
Listen, you see all the ability in the world from Cam Moore, but he's had a turnover in every single one of the Titans games.
All right,
He has to value
Titans
the football more.
over.
You cannot have plays like this happen at the quarterback position.
There are two possession games.
Football team.
However,
Losing the ball in a situation like that and giving up 6 points.
A great example of what Mike Vrabel told our teammate A.J. Ross at the half. We need more pressure on
lost the
Cam Moore
fumble.
first and second half.
That now means
Got
that
right to him there with Chase
we
on his
could
face.
either if they got a punt. If they got a punt. Now there are two scenarios now. First, if there's a punt for the Titans, then it's game over.
No play of the day by Tennessee. And the Patriots will gladly take it for an 18-point lead in the third quarter. Back here in Cleveland, what do we just have? Actually, back here in Arrowhead, what do we have right now?
And the Chiefs' offensive huddle looked up that way and gave their own salute to him out here.
It's a great community here. Very much so.
Turns it into 4-5. It's time to shine a little bit with our man Adam Shine in New York. In returning first pass for June Tagovailoa at a halftime. And it picks Tyson Campbell. It's a pick six. It's for all Browns today. 24-6 Cleveland.
Oh my goodness, Deion Smith, I think we have a touchdown there. 21-9.
Matchup, two teams with a win apiece.
So I got their second four. If they don't get 4 yards.
The Philadelphia offense, they went on an opening drive touchdown, haven't scored since on offense.
And it's Devontae Smith. He's loose. He's got it. He is touchdown Eagles.
Wow. Okay, so it's a third down, right back for the Titans. They're just 1 yard away. Okay, Eldor Sheed, he is questionable. He is questionable.
Has another conversion. 8 out of 9. That was Pacheco, actually, not Hunt. And we've been talking about
On the outside by Devontae Smith.
What are the Raiders and the Chiefs now? 28-0.
Is an element of this
All right,
offense that
fourth down for the Titans.
his numbers.
It's game over now. We are in the third quarter. They are elected to punt. If they don't punt, then there's still a chance.
For the Minnesota Vikings, double in the second half underway at Soldier Field. Chicago Bears with a 13-point lead here. And we'll check in just a moment.
We'll call it over. And yes, we're going to call it over now. I know it's been 31-13, they have 18 points lead. But because they have been elected to punt, it's official. I will make it official. So please, everybody, once again.
This really could have been
a touchdown. He keeps his feet, the ball's a little more out in front of him, but it's a really, basically a play that's good. They would run to the left, and they're trying to get him to move and take a step. And he recognizes it right away, sees the field, so he comes back there and makes it to the play. They're changing it up from 3rd and 4.
Touchdown there.
Second touchdown catch of the afternoon for Chris Olave, and the Saints are very much alive in Chicago.
Yeah, I noticed in the New Orleans Saints making a one-possession game in Chicago. Still kind of early in the 3rd quarter there. Carolina is inside of the 20-yard line. Double cuts back.
Ran up and hauled the defender with it down to around the 10-yard line. Got to it.
And Kansas City continues to move, approaching the red zone, so we'll go back and forth here. Chiefs, Panthers.
Jets defense for the last time. Kept fighting them off until the boys are up coming down top of the Jets. Another touchdown against the game. They've been holding Carolina to a field goal against the Colts. Jeff has one. The offensive respond. One thing at a time.
We are up. So what? So with that punt, we have already given the Patriots. This is the second. This is the 3rd game that we made official before the 4th quarter. So the Patriots are now 5-2. This is not official just yet because the Titans still have some time to do it. I don't think they're gonna win.
Fake like he was going to run it, and it flipped it out to Rico Dowdle for the conversion. Nifty design there. That got him into field goal range.
We got the Titans will face off against the Patriots. They are 5-2. Again, 5-2 now. But just like the Raiders and the Chiefs, they're just gonna stay as the division leader. Right now, I put the Titans at 1-6. They are now in the elimination box with the Jets. So this is just a temporary thing here. What do you got?
Excellent defensive lineman for the New England Patriots comes through to sack Cam Ward. Cam Ward, the most sacked quarterback in 2025. That's his 27th quarterback sack suffered so far this year.
Once again, one reminder.
He's got to get a stop. Better stop than the other down stretch. Kick is good from 38.
Is it the camera angle or that goalpost look crooked to you? Well, it must have been the camera angle. 3rd and 8 for the Browns. And that was catchable late. Cards could not come up with it. The Browns will be forced to punt back to Miami. We go back to Minnesota. Home team down a couple of touchdowns.
Pass in the league is the worst football. If you throw a ball short or underneath, you pretty much can guarantee a PI. Comes flying in just his 2nd game of the season. Gets a touchdown.
Producer Tom Mossberg said, hey, we'll look at it one more time. I mean, it's probably an optical illusion with the angle of the goalpost, but I don't know. We watch everything for you here. But by the way, they actually, just so you know, they have crews that come out and will measure the left upright and the right upright, how many inches they are off of the ground to make sure that the crossbar is correct and everything is calibrated before every NFL game. Just thought it was an optical illusion. Thought we'd give you one more look at it.
He's lined up off the ball in a more traditional 4-down nickel defense.
Position is the slot corner.
All right. What a great time. All right, another sponsor time. This time it's Mercedes-Benz. For the 4th quarter.
3rd quarter on the plus side of the field.
That's yet another strike. So now, as we're now 25 minutes in, you know what that's time to do. It's time for the countdown to the witching hour. That's where there's 25 minutes worth of stuff they need to know of before the witching hour. That's when we pick up bosses and bosses become real. That's what's every about witching is right.
Back at Soldier Field, there was a first and 10 snap for Caleb Williams. Throw for it here. On the bootleg, accurate pass to DJ Moore. Downfield, that's an 11-yard gain. Caleb Williams now over 100 yards passing. He does have an INT.
To get the 11 yards, and now it's Hawkinson over the middle and front line. There's the first down again. That's probably one of the better two-play pass sequences we've seen in Carson Wentz today.
And back to Chicago again for an update. After the DJ Moore catch, Caleb Williams rifling another one in there. That's Luther Burton Jr. on the catch. Was it Burton the third? I actually forget. But Luther Burton, either way, the young wide receiver making the catch for a 22-yard pickup. Luther Burton the third, by the way, for the record. No one in the red zone at the moment. We'll pick out our best landing spot. Yeah, well, the Bears are moving it here, getting towards field goal range. And that was DeAndre Swift. This was just actually a moment ago, so the update on a 17-yard. They've had, what, 3 chunk plays we've shown you back to back to back. Some teams just demand, Scott, we want to be on red zone. Well, here you go, getting close to the 20. And just as we try and hype them up, you get, well, too many men on the field for the New Orleans defense. Ouch. That's another first down coming up for the Chicago Bears. We'll get you back for the next Bears snap. They'll be inside of the red zone there. You see Tyrod Taylor is in for Justin Fields. Apparently Fields has been benched. He got it out quickly to Mason Taylor.
This is my last hour doing it from here. Because coming up.
On the offense, number 79, that's a 5-yard penalty. First up.
Second time they didn't feel Benedette has flinched early. And earlier, Ben Johnson said he didn't notice him last week. That was the best he could say about him. He's seen him a couple of times today. Yes, not in a good way.
Inside the 10, and is down near the 7. Branderson with the tackle. 15-yard run for Swift.
And back to Jersey for a Tyrod Taylor snap.
Taylor could be a thing, a 13-yard pickup. Tyrod Taylor, with all kinds of stuff. On the run, completes. First ball will be available, but stay in bounds.
We've seen a little bit more shift.
Let's go double box right now because the Minnesota Vikings have just powered their way inside of the red zone. DJ Hawkinson taking a hit, but not until he got to the 19-yard line. Bears, Vikings back and forth.
Boy, Swift wants the edge, reversing his field down to the 5. Well, answer brewing for Chicago after that quick strike from the Saints to end the first half and start the second half.
Absolutely. I mean, it is a little bit close, and you're going to be able to control it on this drive. How do you want to do it? And I think that big throw, the big in route that Caleb Williams got on that second play to kind of really jumpstart this, and then you just go back and lean on that run game again.
Second goal. Swift again. Up the middle. Tumbles down to the 3.
A real quick update about the late window kicking off in the 4 o'clock Eastern hour. Good news for the Green Bay Packers. You have Josh Jacobs active, and he will play today. Jacobs was a game-time decision with a calf and an illness, but Jacobs good to go. He will play for the Packers. Kyler Murray, as expected, not playing today for the Cardinals. He is inactive. Jacoby Brissett will start at quarterback again for Arizona.
There's a lot of them down here in the tight red zone.
tight ends, two receivers, and Swift the single back. Third and goal. And Swift trying to go back to the left. He will not get in. Down at the 2, Brian Brazil.
And by the way, we're staying here at Soldier Field. We told you Minnesota was in the red zone, but there were a couple of Eagles defenders that were shaken up at the end of the last Minnesota play. So that game's in a TV timeout. You're not missing anything in Minnesota. We'll get you there as soon as they come out of break.
We talked about the drive for the Saints to start this out and how important it is. Here's another critical step. One of those 3 to 5 plays that you have to win if you want to win the game. 2 for 6 on 4th down this year. 4th and goal for the Bears. Williams drops the snap, and that'll end the drive, but the flag is down. And a false start is going to save Chicago.
False start, double clutch by the center. That's a 5-yard penalty.
And that false start made by Chicago 3 points. Without the false start, this drive is over.
Now let's remember the first half, too. That was a double clutch on the snap, but it was in the tight red zone in the first half.
All right, so 4th down would have been a disaster and a turnover on downs. Now it's 4th and goal from the 6-yard line, and they keep the offense on the field. We're out of the commercial break at US Bank Stadium. They will line up the Jake Moody field goal for the Bears, trying to make it a 2-possession lead. Minnesota, 1st and 10 in the red zone.
24-yard truck goes Minnesota for a 4th time today, looking for their first touchdown. Here is Xavier Scott. Thanks to their own penalty, able to get 3.
Back in MetLife Stadium, Tyrod Taylor on 3rd and 2. Panthers brought some pressure from the outside, and they get home. A couple of tacklers taken down for the quarterback sack. Jets only 3 points on the board.
Penalties going backwards. This feels like a critical moment in the game here in the second half. So Wentz steps up and delivers to the sideline to Jordan Addison. And first down in front of Reed Blankenship. The mark of out at 5.
Vikings trying to press and get themselves a touchdown to get back in that game. Any type of score would make it a 1-possession game, quite frankly. Inside goes Ollie Gordon. On a 4th and 1, he gets 2 yards. Miami Dolphins getting a little desperate as the clock is their enemy. With about 4 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter, they're down 24-6.
That was the route, basically, that got the game-winning touchdown against Cleveland. To Jordan Addison, right on that similar area of the field. Exactly right, over and over.
Got to work now. They have updated them to Coastal and 5 now.
Change in Kansas City. They apparently feel they've got this one in the bank with the end of the 3rd quarter here, 31-0. Patrick Mahomes is done for the day. Gardner Minshew, Mahomes' final line. How about 26 of 35, 286 yards, 3 touchdown passes, and 28 rush yards. He is absolutely back in the conversation when you want to talk about towards mid-season MVP. Mahomes and the Chiefs rolling the Raiders.
Wildcat snap. It is Mason to the left. And he's with the race now. He looked to be short.
And back in the Tennessee and New England game, 3rd and 5 for Cam Ward. Tries to check the protection, and New England bringing some heat, and New England slamming the door. That's a quarterback sack. He didn't get back to the line of scrimmage. Yet another one for the New England defense, and that will give the ball back over to the Patriots. Here we go, 3rd and goal from the 1-foot line. What does Minnesota dial up here?
The play for the touchdown. We got a lot going back here, Adam. First off, it starts with the play call. Think back to that game the other night. You think Goff has himself a touchdown. He doesn't come set. This time Wentz doesn't. Take a look. He stays. He's not on the ground. He does cross the plane. Wow. He's looking at him. This is like the coach in me. You never extend the ball unless it is 4th down on the game-winning play. He gets away with it. Come here to the sideline, you get a lot of high fives and attaboys. You just got to make sure if you do it,
You hold on to the ball. That was really well done. A crucial drive in conversion. Wentz motions out, and you said you have to.
All right, Jalen Hurts.
It's like if you start anywhere around the center, it has nothing to do with putting your hands under. You are declared under center quarterback. He has to come set for a count, and then they think it looks like they're going to throw him the ball, right? Every team in the league after that Detroit game has practiced. Don't let them throw the ball in a smoke screen to the quarterback. You think the smoke screen, and you go Wildcat sweep.
Yeah, that was the old, that was a Detroit Lions nod there, and upon further review, it was a touchdown. We have a one-possession game there in Minneapolis. You've got Tua Tagovailoa getting it to his man. I didn't see who it was, but it was 4th and 8. Malik Washington is the receiver, and double bad news. A, he didn't get the first down. B, it looked like he got injured on that play.
All right, we're coming in from this game, and I'm going to show you on the map. This is the Panthers game against the Jets. They're in New York. There is a flag down on the. We have about 5 minutes to go. Let's go back now. Again, and let's go to live. We're gonna go to the Chicago game, which is right down there. Let's go there live.
Yeah, and it was down on the turf, though. It was down. It's a first down to the 40-yard line. Chris Williams.
This push is a great show. This push is mine.
Really nice job, again, by this Bears defense, getting up there and forcing Alvin Kamara back inside. See that ball come loose at the end of that play.
Now, 12,000 career yards from scrimmage for Alvin Kamara with that 71st player of all time to get to that ball.
Wants to throw downfield. He's got Shaheed out there. Instead, it's intercepted by Kevin Byard. His 4th pick of the year. Spencer Rattler saw Rashid Shaheed running free, but he missed it. Byard there to secure it.
And the Spencer Rattler only had 1 interception thrown on the season coming into today. He's got 2 today. And the Jets, the quarterback sack. Bryce Young goes down. Jawan Briggs gets the quarterback sack on that play. We'll keep you posted from that game. This one here is in play. Philadelphia 21, Minnesota 16, 3 minutes left in the third quarter.
Nice to see him up on his feet. Of course, they took hit injuries in today's one very seriously, as they should.
What a move by Barkley. One of his best runs of the day, but a flag comes flying in. Indication is a holding penalty.
In Nashville, the New England offense continues to hum, and that's because Drake May has 1 incompletion in this game. 1. This completion goes to Stephon Diggs, 11 yards. Drake May is 18 of 19. 205 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 52 rushing yards. New England 31, Tennessee 13.
Rushing lane, and it just seems when they let it go in this run game, they end up having something to hold them back.
Longest run of the day, still 11 yards for Philadelphia. That's Ted Bixby who had that play. He's in the game now. Hurts. Out to Bixby. In space. Commanded by Minnesota. It'll be 3rd down and long. Aaron Rodgers was out there along with Dallas Turner.
Looks like he got it to me. He's going to have enough for the marker. Yeah, they will. Fresh set of downs for the Browns of 24-6.
Less than 100 seconds for the third. Here's Hurts. Stepping up. Flag is thrown far side. Hurts throws near side for Devontae Smith. It would be good for the first down.
fine line between disrupting the routes and just two-hand shoving. Remember, you can't contact past 5 yards in the NFL. Nice job here by Jalen Hurts, keeping the play alive. Devontae Smith coming back to his quarterback. And take a look here. Cashman just past 5 yards, just knocks him to the ground. Pretty easy call.
That's a 28-yard pass play. That is the first time that Philadelphia has converted a third down today. Gets him into plus territory. 75 seconds for third and that 5. Deep drop, looking for something downfield. Hurts for Smith. And he holds on despite the Smith hit. There is a flag thrown as well.
Take a look at this.
Are they saying that maybe Smith was defenseless?
I'm curious where the contact was. Jalen Hurts hangs in there, takes a big hit. Yeah.
So a receiver who hasn't had time to quote-unquote become a runner is defenseless, but that also indicates that there needs to be forcible contact from Harrison Smith. That did not seem to be forcible, so it's a good pickup of the flag.
Yeah, they did a nice job figuring that out. But take a look here at the middle of Metellus. He's underneath this crossing route. He caused everybody to get Dallas Goedert. Watch him, see how he comes up to guard Goddard. Again, just zone defenders. Always force the ball underneath. Never come guard a 4-yard route and let him throw it 20 yards behind your head.
Two-back set here for Philadelphia, Shipley and Hartley. Hartley. Works underneath. Goddard. By Metellus. Forward progress stopped inside the 25-yard line.
40 seconds remaining before we hit the fourth quarter there in Minnesota, and that is our pressure.
There are multiple 1 point. That 1 minute and 39 game. We already got good ending for Kansas City and New England. The others are very one possession games, but they have everything in mind right now. Let me start the timer now. And it's official. It's official. It's official. Do we want to go back to the scoreboard? Alright, let's make that Halloween theme on the time. So, forget about that schedule. It is that time. The witching hour. The witching hour. It's unbelievable. For the witching hour. Guess what? That's when wins become losses and losses become wins. Anything can happen in the final few minutes. It's likely that the Patriots and the Chiefs will win. The others will wait on that. There's actually a challenge now for the Jets. We got a couple of reports on that.
See that, to us he had broken the plane and made the first down.
So they will take a closer look. And maybe we'll get one of those virtual spots, Mike. I don't know. I like when they do that. They show it to us. All those cameras that they have out there.
The runner controlled the catch beyond the line of gain. It's a first down. New York Jets.
Don't mess with Mike. Yeah, don't mess with Mike. Mike 1, Stick 0. That's all right. That's all right. And 2 for 2 is Aaron Glenn. But he challenges team to a victory. And Bryce Young, with some medical assistance there, did it. And looks like a little bit of a limp as he goes to the locker room. Andy Dalton, the backup for Dave Canales. And the Panthers. So it was a big move on the challenge, and from the 31, they set it out for the Jets. Just under 2.5 to go in the third. And it's a flag down on the other side of the field at the 33.
He's going to have an illegal man downfield. This is something that is played
the league right now. All those passes that get extended or those screens, offensive linemen down there. Dave Canals might decline the penalty.
Eligible player downfield, offense number 71. Penalty is declined. Second down.
Yeah, where were you on that one, Mike Pereira? Nailed it.
We are out of the TV timeout at US Bank Stadium. The Philadelphia Eagles with a 5-point lead and the football just outside the red zone. 3rd and 5 from Minnesota's 23. The Eagles trying to snap a 2-game losing streak. The Minnesota Vikings trying to get their 4th win on the year. Drama in Minneapolis. Here we go, the final 15.
About 3rd and 5, 3rd and medium being one of the coolest matchups of the game. The tendencies of Philadelphia's offense versus the tendencies of Brian Flores and this Vikings defense. And here we are starting the 4th quarter. Critical 3rd down. And that's exactly what we got.
And on a 2nd and 10 for the New York Jets, Taylor out of the shotgun, drops back, fires. Mason Taylor, the tight end, 11-yard pickup for the rookie. Jets continue to move. We'll let you know if that gets to a one-possession game. Drake May running here and sliding. So May with 7 more yards rushing has 62 rushing yards, and Drake May is threatening the single game completion percentage record for the New England Patriots and maybe for the NFL. No good. It's wide right, and Minnesota's taking over the football, needing a touchdown in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
The framing of the entire play was off. Minnesota was late.
Saturday afternoon. What? It's big time. It's big time. Got a man on the run. Touchdown. What a throw. Saturday on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. Tonight on CBS, 60 Minutes. Jared Kushner and Steve Witkoff on the Israel Hamas deal. CBS premiere week continues. New season of the #1 hit show Tracker. The all-new music competition series, The Road. And our colleague Wes Archer will be watching tonight. Happy birthday to Wes.
Hey, happy birthday, Wes. Well done.
Well, the Titans this half have run 8 plays for -3 yards. See what they can do here with 8:45 to go. Ward for the sideline. Did Helm get the feet in? Yes, he did. Nice catch by the rookie tight end out of Texas.
This is a good job by Cam Ward. Gets to the outside, makes the throw. You can see the feet right there by Gunnar Helm. Gets him down, secures the ball, makes a nice catch along the sideline.
I expect Helm's role to keep expanding as well. 4th round pick out of Texas.
Here's Spears in open space. Carlton Davis, the initial hit, and then Marte Mapu finished him off. And the Titans trying to go as quickly as they can.
Numbers are the wrong numbers. We'll keep you posted on Drake May and the Patriots. Carson Wentz now with a chance to move into Eagles territory. He puts it on Jordan Addison. Let's go and listen in on this play here as the Minnesota crowd is going to be on their feet. This is the one possession game we have. The trailing team with the football at home, touchdown to give them the lead.
Shake 7, outside, and that left foot just against Mitchell Brown. That is such a difficult route to defend one-on-one in space. It starts with protection. They match protect. We've talked about being Carson Wentz is very comfortable throwing the ball.
Especially as Addison is only making his 3rd start today after the 3-game suspension to begin the year. Here is Mason. Nothing there
touchdown today. They will use any type of a score here in the fourth quarter to make it a one-possession game. Tyrod Taylor wants the end zone. Double coverage, and how about that? That is a one-handed interception by J.C. Horn. A little trickery there as Taylor was outside and then took the lateral to come back. Oh, there's a different play here. Okay, this was the play before that was taking a shot towards the end zone. Trust me, though, that interception did stand. J.C. Horn picks off Tyrod Taylor, and the Panthers have the ball and the lead.
10-yard line. Long made the tackle on Jefferson.
Yeah, I got a little turned around there because Tyrod took back-to-back shots to the end zone. That is the one-handed replay interception that we wanted to show you. J.C. Horn pulling it in. And we don't have any word on Bryce Young, though, other than he is in the locker room the last time we checked. Andy Dalton is in and quarterbacking the Carolina Panthers. That game has just gone to the end of the third quarter. Panthers 13, Jets 3.
Texas, and it comes on great moment for Philadelphia's defense. This is something all season long. Man coverage. It's an easy indicator. All three corners over your three receivers. It's a man look. Carson Wentz has been so good the whole season and today against zone. Man coverage has been their sticking point in this passing game, and just holds on to the ball a little too long, and Ajomo comes away with a big sack. Taggart again from 35, his fourth make of the day. Just one touchdown and 5 red zone trips, and a Philadelphia pass rush, which has been anemic this year.
But Justin Jefferson, the star receiver for Minnesota, climbing up the leaderboards in terms of the start to his career. Most receptions in the first 6 seasons, 529, just past the great DeAndre Hopkins. Jarvis Landry, name we haven't said in a little while. Terrific first 6 season start for him. Keep you posted on that one. Justin Jefferson approaching a milestone in career yardage as well. How about an update on the Miami Dolphins? It's just nothing's gone right with the Dolphins. This game, not much for the season either. The Browns will gladly feast on that Dolphins offense as they are in desperation mode at the 11-minute mark of the fourth quarter, down a few scores. Back in Chicago, Saints are trailing with the football. They're down by 9 here in the fourth quarter. Okay, back to the Dolphins while the injury is taken care of there in Chicago. So we're talking about going from his end zone. Oh boy, interception, and that's an instant red zone, instant first and goal. I couldn't see who the player was exactly. May have been Rayshawn Jenkins. Is this number 5? Yeah, I think they're spotlighting him right here. It's number 5 is Rayshawn Jenkins, and Tua just there it is.
Panics and just throws it right to the Cleveland Browns defense. Again, we talked about Jim Schwartz and him being a big blitzer, but every time he is good pressure, he's been the Dolphins
Again, I called it over. I called it over.
Philadelphia game. I guess the broadcast is looking back at an earlier play. We've already had the field goal here. Let's listen to what they're showing.
On the middle receiver, he usually has him man, and then you just pass off whoever releases inside or outside. You play like a triangle type of a defense, and great awareness on the short motion. motion. Cooper G makes a check. He takes the in-breaking route off the bunch, and there's just nowhere to go with the ball.
You heard Greg ever say switch release? That was the kind of concepts that we're talking about that confuse defenses. That was a well played. Near the 30-yard line. So we told you the NFC North's really good, right, Mike?
A good update for the New York Jets fans. They're down on the scoreboard, and now they're down another defensive star. Sauce Gardner has gone into the locker room at MetLife Stadium. No word on him or what the nature of the injury is. When we hear it, we'll let you know. Andy Dalton in for the injured Bryce Young. And Dalton put it on Xavier Leggett, who's shaken up at the end of this one. For Bryce Young, we're hearing it might be an ankle injury. Ankle injury for Bryce Young. Not sure if he's going to be able to come back, but his Panthers have a 10-point lead. Cam Ward, well, it's a long learning curve in your rookie year here. Tajay Spears, this was fourth down, didn't get it. Turnover on downs. Patriots said that they're on their way.
Jonathan Bernard, that will be the first time we have said his name today. He ends up making a big-time stop for a loss of 4 on Saquon Barkley.
This is what we're talking about, though, this Flores defense. How many guys are up near the line of scrimmage? Only 2 defenses, they got 8 bodies within 2 yards. That's the line. That's kind of the core of what this defense wants to be. Pretty standard and fair.
I want to go by spreadsheet, okay?
And you've got Spencer Rattler calling for the shotgun snap. He'll throw it underneath. Taysom Hill, he'll throw it sideways. And Alvin Kamara hits the turbo move. They thought maybe for a second that was 2 forward passes. Watch Taysom Hill releasing it. At about the 32. Yeah, that's close, but they pick up the 3rd and 20. And we've just gotten a coach's challenge flag. Yep. Ben Johnson says that he thinks that was a forward pass, so they're going to look at that. We'll let you know if it stands.
Being chased by Turner. Throws on the move. It is A.J. Brown. And will they mark him right at the sticks? They will at the first down.
Is as good as we've seen Jalen Hurts play.
All right, 7 minutes. So.
It's amount of pressure all game against this Vikings defense. Nice job there by A.J. Brown coming back, keeping his feet in bounds. That's a big time play.
Good luck for Barkley to get to the 48.
Yes, sir. The way you kind of evaluate a quarterback under pressure is you kind of put it in like a hierarchy of priorities, right? Number 1, don't turn the ball over. He's been very good at that. Number 2, don't take sacks. Now, Jalen Hurts and Josh Allen, some of these quarterbacks that tend to hold the ball a long time, their pressure rates are inflated as a result. And then third, he's controlling carries downfield. You just saw all those goals.
We're basically fixing our eyes on that Vikings-Eagles game because that's the only close one so far. But Carolina trying to work the clock. How about a 4th and 1? And they just say, let's man up and go straight up the middle. Rico Dowdle, 4 yards for Saquon. Let's listen very gingerly.
Clearly frustrated. Just a remarkable move in the backfield. I mean, this is kind of his signature jump cut spin. Let's take a look here at the end of the play.
Barkley is going off to the far side of the field. I don't know if he got rolled up under or something.
That goes back to we talked about being contacted in the backfield on over half of his runs. Tony Ashton-Jeanty.
All about my team, everything.
Yeah, you took the two clear ones. And then I was so tired.
was a double pass beyond the line of scrimmage, illegal, and so a nifty what would have been a 3rd and 20 conversion moves New Orleans back to 4th and 20.
He's down inside the 30. He's got a new career high in receiving. It just starts with Jalen Hurts having a ton of time. Just a simple big game. There's nobody defending the middle of the field. Actually, they can.
All right, and last time we checked into the Dolphins offense, Tua Tagovailoa threw a bad interception from the end zone. On this play, Tua Tagovailoa throws another interception. The Cleveland Browns defense is floating, and Tua and the Dolphins are flying. I mean, that's just forcing a pass. I realize they're down 41-6, but that's the 3rd interception thrown by Tua. Back-to-back drives with a Tua interception.
Throws down the field. Touchdown. His second of the day. This is the best passing performance we've seen from Jalen Hurts. He's on time. He's manipulating the pocket. He's a scramble. Keeping his eyes downfield. The simple double post. His size, the safety. A.J. Brown's the outside post. Just gives him a simple little sense that he's shaking. He clearly knows where he's going to go with that ball for a single eye. Minnesota did not give up 200 passing yards all season long. They hadn't given up deep ball touchdowns all season long. Jalen Hurts trying to put together a performance like this all season long. Today, as many touchdowns as
A.J. Brown had the first touchdown for the Eagles. He has the latest touchdown for the Eagles. Philadelphia is back to a 2-possession lead. Andy Dalton goes down with the quarterback sack. Jamie and Sherwood. Jets defense is doing their part. They're keeping the Jets hanging in that game. It's still been a 10-point difference for most of the second half. But with Philadelphia scoring, by the way, we now have no one-possession games. Everything has the team in the lead up multiple scores, including here in Chicago, where the Bears had a 9-point lead and the football at about the 10-minute mark of the fourth.
All right. Now, as a precaution of getting ready, we will be signing off at 3:45 p.m. Eastern Time. And remember, I will show you audios of the top 5 plays of the day presented by Accenture coming up. But again, once you are done, we will be moving on to going to be Act 2. John, Derek, and me, and Scott Hansen will continue with Red Zone coverage. We will be stopping here at 5. And you're not missing anything. We will start at, by the way, we will be starting our severe weather coverage at 1 a.m. to a peak. We will start our morning severe weather coverage at 1 a.m. and go throughout the day until 10 a.m. each time. Well, when I'm in school, you'll still see my live streams, but it will be stopped at the moment that you have meeting.
New England Patriots have done a great job weathering the storm because the Titans started this game off, put points on the board for us first, and played really well. Whoever went exactly as he drew it up in his mind, he shut up. 34, struck down short of the first down. But this is close enough, I would say. And that'll take us to the 2-minute warning.
Hey, I'm going to unplug this plug. Okay?
Jennings running hard.
Again, if you want to see any of those games, you can
5-2 on the year.
You can flip over to your local stations to see the commercial of these games. If you have Sunday Ticket for YouTube TV, you can flip over to the individual stream day. Remember, today it is a free preview of Corner BX Sunday Ticket Max on Corner BX Plus. So this is going to be a final free preview. That I think with no one possession game, I will fix some of the scores. But I can say thank you so much to all of those. That's going to be a.
Today, business happens virtually everywhere.
But that's gonna be it.
You need Supermobile from T-Mobile. In moments of high demand,
In
T-Mobile's network adapts with your business connection.
my now we'll be taking a quick ID, and then we're gonna start the closing. But remember, next.
Big time, best time, all the time. Come seek the Royal Caribbean. Your home for the holidays. You've dreamed of this moment.
I know there are like 7 games all with Patriots are now in the with the Chiefs now in the 2-minute warning, and the are now in the 2-minute warning. But well, I'm James Spencer. John Durham will join us on Q2. But the Red Zone action is now done for today. I know it has a 4 or 5 games. I know there's 425 games. I know there's Sunday night and Monday night. But I'll be back tomorrow. But that doesn't mean we're gonna see the top 5 plays, right?
The 3 for me.
Well,
Now serves up the all-new
here we go.
for just $10.99. And that's 85% more beef than some quarter-pound burger. Yeah, hey, fast food. This is how you
Well,
value me. This Chili's 3 for
here you
me.
go. Use your top 5 for the exclusive on the Corner Network.
CBS is sponsored by Crown Royal. Kick off with Crown. Please drink responsibly. And by Chili's 3 for me. The best $10.99 you can eat.
It's time for top 5 plays presented by Extend.
At center, with Jurgens dealing with an injury. Deep drop for Hurts, trying to find something downfield. And it's Devontae Smith. He's loose. He's got it. He is gone. Touchdown, Eagles. Lightning strike to the
Jennings.
Whoa.
First down. And the Patriots now take a knee and send Mike Vrabel home.
They weren't flashing the scores down there.
Ward lost the football. Scooped up by Jason. And it's a touchdown. There is a flag down.
Patriots have won 3 straight road games in a 3-week span.
Wow, the Patriots score a touchdown from a fumble.
1-5 as Miami begins with possession down 11 from their 30.
That one is picked. Campbell. And he will waltz in for the pick 6 on the first play of the second half.
Well, that's not.
Well, that's fine.
He dominated his return all week. Stayed consistent with the message, and it's interesting he was coming back.
Look at deep. He's got Olave out there. Johnson into Olave and down at the 20-yard line.
Wow.
Man, that's gotta stay. Crowd here chanting great.
And now the number 1 pick on NFL Red Zone.
Man was hired to replace him. Not a pretty day
Young,
in Nashville for the
can he
Tennessee
find everybody?
Titans.
Yes, he can. Touchdown, Xavier Leggett's.
They improved to 5-2.
Whoa.
Remain in first place in the AFC.
Well, yeah. After them, well, now we have a bonus point for you. It's for Mookie or Jones. He's gonna go all the way in. They're going for 46 yards. That's a rookie touchdown greatness. Andrew's is very young. Almost the audio person for them. Right over there.
Two very good halves of
Oh, very, very good.
another game without a
Very
turnover.
good right now. All right. Let's look at the playoff.
Mike McCoy takes the loss. in his first game
I think it's over.
coach of Tennessee. 31-13, the final score here in Nashville. Coming up next, it's the State Farm postgame show.
I mean,
So for Charles Davis, Jason McCourty, AJ Ross, and our entire crew, this is Andrew Catalan saying so long from Nashville. And we'll take you back to New York for all the scores and highlights right after this.
I'm like so starstruck.
so right now,
He's so much taller in person. I'm struggling with his proportions.
it looks like now that both.
One time I saw it came in under 2 minutes on the Geico app.
Advance, thank you for being here all day. Let's look at the playoff picture right now with now.
Why can't I? Voila.
Spitting image.
Show up.
It's not.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico. It's time for the Geico play of the day.
In Nashville, the Patriots, Drake May finds Kayshawn Booty for the 39-yard fingertip touchdown catch. Booty would outrun the Titans' L'Jarius Sneed for the score. That was May's longest touchdown pass of the season. Booty's second game in a row finding pay dirt.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
As an official sponsor of the NFL, Jersey
Right now,
Eli Manning to be our new spokesperson.
I'm in. I love Jersey Mike.
all right, let's look at this. The Pats have just. It's official now. The Patriots are 5-2. They beat the Titans. So now the Titans have been eliminated. I have already called the Dolphins to be in the elimination spot when they beat the Browns. I know it says 1-5. There's actually 2-5 because the Dolphins lost. So I called it over. So the Browns are in. The Chiefs are also win, and that is now official. All the other ones are not official, and none of them in the NFC is official. The Falcons, though, want to say something about that. The Eagles, I believe, will win. We don't know for sure. The Packers are going to be playing at 4:25 against the Cardinals now. So remember, the Packers are 3-1-1. So remember, they're the leaders, although they're 2-4. Saints are 1-5, and it looks like.
And we have a lobsters for $1.99, Cohen's for $1.99, or a Tucson for $1.99.
It looks like the Saints are over. They are going to be an elimination box. That means the Saints are going to be the first team eliminated. Well, now remember the other two eliminations today were both the Titans and the.
This is the State Farm Post.
Okay, they are starting.
And welcome to the State Farm Post Game Show. I'm James Brown here in New York. Coming up next, folks, check out the penultimate round of the fifth sale GP.
We're gonna. The Saints are now out of the playoff picture. Although the Bears could say something about that. The Falcons there. So, and with that, that's gonna wrap up the Red Zone channel for week number 5. Remember, there are still a couple more games. So join John, Derek, and Scott Hansen for the 4 o'clock games, which are the following: Colts and the Chargers, the Giants and the Broncos, the Packers and the Cardinals, and the Commanders and the Cowboys. Let's officially go over week 8. Remember, today is a free preview of Cornerback Sunday tickets, Max. So if you are Cornerback Plus member, you are. Now, remember, because next Sunday I have to go pumpkin picking, where I'm not going to be here. So John Derek got Hansen once again. So look for us on the YouTube pages. We'll also show you week 9. So week 8 is the following: the Dolphins and the Falcons, the Bears and the Ravens, the Jets and the Bengals. Those are the first 3 games. Then the Bills and the Bears, the 49ers and Texans, the Browns and the Patriots, and one more. And you already know the Giants and the Eagles. So that's a 7-game one. And then in the late window, we have 3 games. The Buccaneers and the Saints, and the Titans and the Colts, and the Cowboys and the Broncos. But that's not all. We have week 9.
Urgency in getting when she writes the ball. All right, he's back on the field.
And that and those games are the 49ers and the Giants, the Chargers and the Titans, the Vikings and the Lions, and then three more. They are the Falcons and the Patriots, the Colts and the Steelers, the Broncos and the Texans. Then there are two more: the Bears and the Bengals, and the Patriots and the Packers. There are 8 games, and then there are 3 games here: the Saints and the Rams, the Giants and the Raiders, and the Chiefs and the Bills. Remember, watch John Derek both today at 4 o'clock, and then again on next Sunday. But for me here, I'll see you next week. Not next week, on November 2nd. Remember. Can we go back and click one of my screen here? Remember, this has been a free preview of Quarterly X Sunday Ticket Max. If you're not a subscriber on Quarterly Plus and you are not a member of Sunday Ticket Max, those are not for you. So remember now, the Colts are still 5-1. They are playing the Chargers. But now, 3:51 p.m. Eastern Time. I think it's still on from now.
So you know through the course of that week, talking about the Raiders, it's a divisional game. And you're talking about how last year we didn't play well in these divisional games, these one-score games. There is that sense of urgency in that locker room on both sides of the ball. Yep. And I thought you saw it today. As a matter of fact, from the defensive side of the ball for Andy Reid, he has coached, this is his 427th game. Okay. He's been there for 27 years. This is his first regular season start. That's why again, I go back to the word that you use because that to me, here we are in week 7, and they're applying urgency because they understand.
This is the Red TV, now part of the AT&T Network, and home of the Red Zone, the Fantasy Zone, the Dan Patrick Show, 20 years of NFL Sunday Ticket, Johnny and America's premier source for sports entertainment.
About the accurate word urgency, as opposed to what some of the fans were saying, they ought to be panicking. Patrick Mahomes never did. He said 3 games or so ago, hey, look, I believe in the character of these guys. We know what we're doing. All he needed were his weapons back. Because you even asked me on your other show, your news show, you know what, is he still the best quarterback? When you saw his weapons, are you kidding me? They weren't working early on in the season. They were just working out the kicks. And here he is, patient in the pocket, understanding if I step up, I can buy myself a little bit of time. Wide open. Travis Kelce, another guy who has a sense of urgency, right? He's on the last leg of his career, and he knows that if he wants to go out as a winner, he's going to the sideline.
And America's premier source for sports entertainment.
Marquise Hollywood Brown and Patrick Mahomes knowing that if I get play, stretch the field in different ways, and just check them out. Listen, I am guilty of it. Those first 3 weeks that you are looking at, I was having conversations about playoff teams, about the MVP, about Super Bowl contenders.